What up? What up? What up? Thank you. Thank you. Y'all too kind. What up? What is going on? I want to welcome everybody to Two Cents Boxing, where we talk everything boxing and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Now, if everybody can hear me clearly, put a one in the chat and let me know my sound is okay. I'm using my cell phone for my setup today. I left my computer in the car, and my husband took the car. I left it in his car. He took his car, so we trying my cell phone today. So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. All right, all right. So how is everybody doing tonight? Let's see who we got on tonight. Salute Cash Crypto, D Town, what up? All things, what's going on? Cash Crypto, So Truth, what is up? What is up? What is up? So I'm waiting for a couple of more people to pull in here. Y'all seen the title? Y'all seen the title? Shakur Stevenson needs to. Joseph, what up? What up? What up? I got a special guest coming on tonight. We're gonna cook up here for a little bit, and then we're gonna let people up so they can give their 2 cents. Y'all know how we do this, a chat-based channel. I'm interested in everybody's perspectives and opinion, even if you don't quote unquote agree. Which I mean is boxing is subjective. There's really no agreeing. Everybody got their own opinion. Please keep my platform respectful. If you listening to the replay of this live, please be respectful in the comments. Don't be leaving no goofy comments. Actually, go ahead and leave the goofy comments, because one day I'm gonna put them all on here and roast you. But let's keep it respectful. Patrick Bell, salute. So how y'all night going? What y'all got going this Friday night? What y'all think about that fight yesterday?
Yo,
C Dub.
what's the deal?
Everybody, I would like to welcome my special guest, C Dub, in the building.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up?
What up, C Dub? What's going on?
Nothing much, nothing much. Just wanted to touch on a couple things and see what y'all talking about today.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the title, but the title is Shakur Need the Shush Emoji.
He needs the shush emoji.
He
Okay.
needs the shush emoji. Shakur needs the shush. Now, everybody got different perspectives and opinions about Shakur, and I could see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I got a couple people in the chat. Chef Curry, what's going on? Joseph say Shakur was on them skates. Cash Crypto say the fights lacked offense, but Shakur was still a defensive wizard. Dink Dink, what is up? So, what I want to start with before we even get started talking about the fight, I seen Shakur on the Pivot podcast, and did you watch the interview?
No, I didn't see that one.
Did
Shakur
y'all
was
see
on the
the
pivot.
interview? Yeah, he was on the Pivot. I believe it was the Pivot. Yeah. And the Pivot podcast be cool, but them dudes on there talk way too much. I be like, guys, y'all during the interview, please let them answer the question. But he basically was saying he talked about his life and blah blah blah. But he was saying he was about to leave Bob, and this is his last fight allegedly.
Hmm.
And that made me think, like, I wonder if Bob is lining Shakur up, because the Frank Martin fight was still for November 16th. Like, nothing changed when De Los Santos signed for the fight except for the opponent. So I just thought it was weird that quote unquote one of your top prospects at top rank is fighting on a Thursday, unless he's not one of your top prospects.
Well, it should be known by now, but I know us fans of Shakur, I want to say this. I am a fan of Shakur, but I try my best to be very down the middle, and I try my best to stay truthful regardless of how I feel about a fighter personally. But Shakur is not a draw, at least not yet. And in my opinion, I don't think he probably will ever really be a big draw. So that's probably why he was fighting on a Thursday night.
But bro, you think you finna get a fight with Tank?
I mean,
Haney?
the only way he could
Maybe
get
Haney. But why?
the only way he could get a fight with Tank is if Tank want to fight him. He's not gonna do anything to draw like a big audience that make Tank just want to fight him just because of numbers. Like he's not gonna be like a Ryan Garcia or anything like that. But Tank, I mean, just off the boxing fans' perspective, um, I mean, I understand that boxing is a business, and I know that boxing is a business, but I'm not in the business of boxing. I'm a fan, so I don't really care too much about the business. I understand that it exists and it's an actual thing, but me as a fan, I just want to see the best fight the best. So we think that Shakur is the best, and we also think that Tank Davis is the best, and they're in the same weight class, so it
All right, we're
should
gonna get to
happen.
that. We're gonna get to that. But what you think about the fight? Like, okay, so after the fight, so Shakur De Los Santos fight last night. I'm sure everybody know that. Let me read some of these real quick. These comments. Ding Ding say they said he was injured. Okay. So True say Shakur is not good as people make him to be. The same folk who criticize Devin praise Shakur. Okay, so True, that's an interesting perspective. Cash Crypto say Tank sending both Shakur and Dev to the underverse. And Joseph say he shouldn't make such personal statements. So as I was watching the fight, I thought personally De Los Santos was gonna bring it to him, rough him up, come at him. But it seemed like he was kind of apprehensive, and Shakur just seemed like. Now I see it both ways. He seemed like he didn't want to engage and he didn't want to fight. I get it, but then also it seemed like he made a great display of showing great defense. He was hitting and not getting hit. But to a boxing quote unquote hardcore boxing fan, maybe they can appreciate that. But you're trying to appeal to casuals. You've been talking all this shit on Twitter for months. You got a bunch of casuals watching you. Like you build up a big fan base, and this is the performance that you give. The casuals not gonna understand that. What you think about that?
Yeah, that's very true. As far as if he's trying to become a draw, if he's trying to appeal to the casual fan, he's not doing a very good job at it. But I also think that it's damn near impossible for a guy like Shakur to ever appeal to the casual audience because he doesn't have that type of fight style, and he also doesn't have that captivating personality that could put ass in seats. So I just don't think that'll ever be the case for a guy like a Shakur Stevenson.
But why can me not nobody being able to hit me make me a draw?
I mean, if you think about it, nobody with that style has ever really became a draw outside of Floyd Mayweather.
Okay then. So what we saying?
What I'm saying is he's not going to be the reason why Floyd Mayweather was able to become a draw is because he had a captivating personality. He was able to turn the hate into sales.
Right.
So, but
Well,
Shakur has a very similar. It's not the same, but he has a very similar skill level to a young Floyd. He's probably the most skilled young fighter out there in boxing, if not one of the most skilled young fighters out there in boxing. But he's very defensive, and we know that people don't like defensive. The casuals do not like defense. They don't appreciate defense. In most of Shakur Stevenson fights, you can hear the crowd booing. And
yeah.
that's not just last night. That's in most of his fights.
So okay, this is the thing. Shakur Stevenson's style, he's the best skill fighter, but he's not a draw. But the people want to see the best fight the best, and he's one of the best. That's a hell of a predicament to be in because you out here saying people ducking you and they scared to fight you. See, that's another thing. Like he put all this pressure on himself.
Facts. Now that is true. Shakur has dug himself into a hole with the things that he said. And for somebody who talks the way he does, his style doesn't match the way he talks. So that is doing him. That is why I think that is why he's getting the unwarranted hate that he's getting right now. It's part of the reason why he's getting some of the unwarranted hate. Because I do think that a lot of things that are people saying after last night is I don't really understand it. Me personally, I don't understand how a fighter can have a fight and win damn near every round, but people call it a bad performance.
Did he win every round? Because he didn't look like he won every round to me personally. Hey, put a one in the chat if you think he won every round, or put how many rounds you think he won in the chat. Let me know and drop it below. But I mean, I feel like he won the first 4 rounds. You ask me.
I mean, you can't say a fighter, and well, you can't. Everybody has their own opinion of it. But what I was watching last night was a guy in De Los Santos who looked like early on, it looked like he may be able to catch up to a Shakur Stevenson as the fight wore on, but he wasn't catching Stevenson with anything. He wasn't touching Stevenson with anything. He was applying pressure, but he wasn't landing any punches in the first half of the fight.
Yeah, he was landing in the first half. It was the second half he wasn't landing. If you ask me, he was getting Shakur with them jabs to the body and them body shots, and he caught him up top a couple times. That's why he started getting so cautious, in my opinion.
A record was broken last night. Shakur Stevenson broke a record last night.
For what?
For the least amount of punches landed on a fighter in a 12-round fight.
No. They bullshitting, bro.
Shakur Stevenson broke a record last night. But people are talking down on his performance like it was just bad. I don't get it.
Well, I don't think that they're talking down on the performance like it was bad. I think they're talking down on the performance because they felt like it wasn't entertaining. Because of the simple fact you on the stage at the press conference telling them you gonna F them up.
I mean, but that's what
it wasn't the expectation that they set. And listen, I get it. It's just that you gotta have more realistic expectations of the fighter. And as a fan, we get that. But once again, he just got a whole new crowd of casuals because he's been bumping his gums on the internet the last 3-4 months.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. If he's smart enough, he can parlay this negative energy that people have to him into ticket sales. But that's a whole nother conversation. But I will say, even Floyd Mayweather would do things like this. Not Pretty Boy Floyd, because Pretty Boy Floyd was very entertaining. Pretty Boy Floyd was, very, very offensive, along with being defensive well. So it's two different tales. Shakur Stevenson is like Money Mayweather. He's like the older, more mature version of Mayweather. That's what he is right now as a young fighter. And
yeah, but you can't start off like that.
Floyd would be in the press conferences talking trash, choking people, telling them he gonna beat them up and all that. And he just outpointed them for 12 rounds. People booed Floyd as well. So I've seen this happen before with plenty of great fighters. Some of the greatest fighters of all time were never really ticket sellers. Greats like Andre Ward was never really a draw, but he's one of the greatest fighters ever.
Not to me, but go ahead.
Fighters like Guillermo Rigondeaux, some of the greatest fighters of all time, but they were never draws. So some people are able to be great fighters and put ass in seats, and other fighters they just don't have that appeal, and it's okay. But Shakur needs to figure out what it is that he needs to do, because I thought it was pretty strange, and this is not the first time I've seen Shakur done this. He was apologizing to guys like Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, Terrence Crawford after his fight because they were in attendance because he didn't put on a better performance. And I don't understand because all three of those guys have had those same type of performances in their career.
Okay,
all three of those guys.
I got something to say about that, but let me read these comments. Big Ding say he didn't see any counter punches. So True say, and that's the thing he shows, the same thing every fight. Great defense with lackluster offense. People want knockouts. Well, so True, he definitely ain't getting no knockouts. He don't seem to have that type of punching power. Even though De Los Santos, he might have a little pop. De Los Santos was a little skeptical about going in and getting countered like that. Cash Crypto say Pretty Boy Floyd didn't fight like that.
I just said that. I said Pretty Boy Floyd was more offensive. I said Shakur is more like a Money Mayweather, not a Pretty Boy Floyd.
JoJo Fresco, what's going on? Floyd had offense too, though. Hey, listen, if you in the chat right now, make sure you punch that like button. Punch that like button, drop a comment in the chat. The more engagement, the more people we can get joining in on the conversation. All things. Shakur's still young and should be able to redeem himself his next fight. It's not, but how is he going to redeem himself?
I think the expectations for Shakur are wrong. I won't even just say they're unwarranted. I just think they're wrong, period.
It's his own fault, though.
Shakur will never, ever be a guy that's knocking people out. He will never be that. He doesn't possess those skills and those he wasn't given that God-given ability with power to do that. He also came up in the amateurs being a great amateur fighter. The greatest amateur fighters, especially American great amateur fighters of recent times, are pure boxers. You can't make it up to the gold medal match without being a pure boxer these days. So typically they're that way. They're not going to come into the pro ranks being Tank Davises and stuff like that. They're just not gonna. It's not gonna happen. If you think that Shakur Stevenson is gonna knock out anybody on a regular basis, you're gonna always be disappointed in his performances. He is not that type of fighter. He is a pure boxer. He
keeps presenting himself that way, though.
He is the definition of hit and do not get hit. There's other fighters, like I said, there's all-time great fighters that have a very similar style. But they're not draws. He doesn't have the type of fight style and appeal to draw to the casual fan. That's why people will watch a fight like last night and they talk bad about it. When I watched it, I thought it was masterful.
I mean, it depends on what you wanted.
I didn't say it was exciting. I just thought it was masterful.
Let's see. Chef Curry said, I wonder if Tank is giving Floyd the side eye going forward with seeing him in the photo with his ops. I mean, I was like, what is Messi May? I call him Messi May. What is Mayweather doing out in there? He all in the photo with the top ranked fighters. What is you doing, Mayweather?
What do you mean the op? Who is Floyd's op?
He talking about Tank op.
Tank, they're not ops. That's
Shakur.
What you don't really understand. Shakur and Tank are not ops. They never have been ops.
They ops because they're each other's quote unquote top competition. They're rivals. Then that's the wrong word.
They're actually peers. If anybody's an op to each other, it's Shakur and Devin. Now, at this point, they are ops, but Tank and Shakur,
them no niggas that's friends.
Tank and Shakur are not ops. If you think about it, the hardcore fans want to see a fight like Shakur and Tank, but the casual fans is not calling for that fight.
For what fight?
The casual fans are not calling for Shakur versus Tank.
Yes, they are. That's all everybody want to. That's all, bro. Every time you ask somebody who they want Tank to fight, it's Shakur.
The casual fans want either one of those guys versus Devin. That's what the casual fan is asking for. But they're not calling for Tank and Shakur to fight each other. That's what I see from the casual fan. Now, the hardcore boxing fan want to see all of them mix it up. We want to see all three of them mix it up with each other. And add T.O. to the mix. We want to see him in there with all of them too. But they
gotta throw some respect on T.O. name. They be trying to sleep on T.O.
But the casual fan is not calling for Shakur versus Tank.
I hear the opposite. I hear the casual fan calling for Tank versus Shakur. When I go around the YouTube streets, that's what they talk about. They're like, oh, Tank ain't fought nobody. And I'm like, okay, well, who does Tank need to fight somebody? Oh, he needs to fight Shakur. I'm like, Shakur's only had one fight at 135. He didn't even look that great. And now he had another fight at 135. I mean, it wasn't that he looked bad, but you're not about to ask me for a 50% split. See, that's the issue. The issue is not about Shakur being able to get in the ring with these guys, it's really about the amount of money that you're gonna be asking for. And it's
Right.
seeming like you trying to talk your way into a big fight like Terrence Crawford.
So now we talking about another topic. When it down to who's doing the best business, we know Tank is with the right team. That's why Tank is a superstar right now. He got with Floyd, the money team, then in LB, Al Heyman, and they produce a star. That's a fact. That's why Tank is the big name. That's why Tank is the big draw. That's why Tank has had the big pay-per-view events with the right opponents and all of that. But if we're talking about the business side of it, Shakur is with the wrong people. We know this already. Shakur has been with the wrong people. None
Okay,
of
wait,
these fighters
wait.
that
Before we get into that conversation, let's finish the fight. What do you think about him saying his hand was injured?
I mean, we'll never really know the truth. I don't think that Shakur would lie. I don't think that Shakur would lie, but I don't think he would make. I don't think it would have made too much difference whether his hand was hurt or not. That's who he is. We've seen
That's what
Shakur
I'm
fight.
saying. Like, would he have been more offensive if his hand wasn't injured? He would have been able to throw more punches.
I mean, he probably could have, but do I think that he would have? Probably not. Because I've seen Shakur without any injuries fight the same exact way. He fought Nakathila the same exact way. So this is who Shakur is. Shakur is a pure boxer. If you expect him to be anything else besides a pure boxer, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to be disappointed if you don't think that he's going to jab, and get out the way of any heat that's coming his way. If you expect anything other than that, you're going to be disappointed.
So when Tank beat him, is he gonna be basic? Is
If
that what
Tank,
people gonna
if
start saying?
if Tank beat him, he's going to be fighting Tank the same exact way, if not moving even more. Tank is going to have to catch him. Tank is going to have to do what De Los Santos didn't do. Tank ain't
I
going to be able
think
to sit back. And if you think about Tank's fighting style, Tank doesn't have a high output. Tank doesn't throw a lot of punches. So Tank is going to have
probably
to
not
use
because he can't. Probably because he ain't never needed to.
that. No, that's just not his style. That's not his mindset. It's not his style. Tank is a boxer too. Tank just has extreme power. That's people think Tank is some brawler. No, Tank is a boxer with extreme power.
Yeah,
That's
it's
who
because he
he
got
is.
power, so they don't pay attention to his skill. So, Truth say,
Yeah.
one thing we do know is that Shakur wasn't getting a knockout. So, Truth, I seen on Twitter somebody bet 1,500 on Shakur for the knockout. I was laughing so hard they was roasting him in the replies.
Yeah, D-Town says Shakur last few fights he stood in the pocket and fought. Yes, Shakur will stand in the pocket and fight with somebody who doesn't have any fire coming back at his way. He will
He
do
de-
that.
he definitely not doing that with Tank.
He's not doing that with anybody who has power and thump and speed. He's not doing that against anybody like that. So don't expect him to ever do that against anybody who could potentially knock him out for real. He's
Hold
not going to
on,
take himself too
hold
harmless.
on, big task at hand. It says, did you hear the report at anything from Omaha, Nebraska is banned from the sport of boxing? What you talking about, big task at hand? Let me know and drop it below. Put a link or something. Omaha, Nebraska is banned from the sport of boxing? Uh-oh. What the heck? Joseph say you can't give him all those accolades and think he won't falter sooner or later. KG Too Tall, what's going on? The fight was so bad. Top Rank canceled the post-fight press conference. Really? I had already left. Like I was at the gym with my son because he had sparring yesterday, so they had to fight on at the gym. I left like the eighth round, and I ain't even looked for the post-fight press conference or nothing today.
I,
But
I,
they
I
canceled
got
it.
something to say to the chat and anybody who would any boxing fans that's on the chat or anybody who would listen later on the stream later on. Um, I think that we all love boxing. We all like to watch boxing. I'm sure we do. But I think sometimes we let this politics and we let these things that don't matter sway what we think and how we support these boxers. Um, like what I've seen since the Shakur fight yesterday, all last night, and all today has been very, very disturbing to me as a boxing fan. Um, I really don't understand what's all the down talking on Shakur is about. I truly don't understand it. If we want boxing to grow, we need to support guys like a Shakur Stevenson. We don't need to be talking down on him.
But
He
it's
won.
not. It's the casual fan. That's what I'm saying. It's the people that heard him talking shit on Twitter and start following him, or the people that come on your chat and argue with you, and they just watched a couple YouTube videos. I don't think it's the fans, because those casuals is fickle, man, because they don't really understand what's going on.
I mean, we got people in this chat of this stream talking about the fight was so bad. The fight was so bad. I mean, yes, the fight wasn't entertaining, but none of Shakur fights are entertaining. So what do you really expect? Like, what are your expectations? Are they unrealistic, or do you keep that in check? We have to keep that in check when we watching somebody like a Shakur Stevenson. He is never going to be an entertaining fighter. He's never going to be Roy Jones. He's never going to be Manny Pacquiao. He's never going to be Deontay Wilder or any of these guys that's highly entertaining. He will never ever be that. So why when we watching him, we have these expectations? It really don't make sense. And another thing that don't make sense to me is why are we talking down on a fighter who just won a fight easily?
He
He just
made
won his
himself the
fight
villain,
easily.
and he won it with one hand. But when you make yourself the villain, you open yourself up to that kind of scrutiny.
Yeah, but we falling for it, man. Like we falling for it. Like it don't really make sense to me. If
As
that's Shakur,
Montgomery say, that young man put on the defensive clinic. Hey y'all, I'm on my phone right now. I'm trying to figure out how to drop the link, but I cannot figure out how to do that. Hold on. But what you say, C-Dub?
what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying at the time. I forgot what I was just saying,
Oh,
but
we need to support the boxers.
oh yeah. We need to support these boxers. And it's not. I'm not even talking about because last night wasn't a pay-per-view event, so I'm not saying that we should have, bought 1 million of that fight last night. I'm not saying nothing like that. But there's power in the fan. There's power in the casual fan. There's power in what we say. There's power in what we let slide. I don't think we truly understand the power that we play in boxing. We run boxing. The fan runs boxing. The support runs boxing. And whoever we lay our support into, that's who runs the sport. That's how it goes. So I'm not saying that we should just be Shakur Stevenson brigade and we should just be all Shakur Stevenson and have Shakur Stevenson picture on our wall or nothing like that. But what I am saying is if we just watch a young fighter take on a dangerous fight and win it quite easily, we shouldn't have negative things to say about the performance. I just don't think that's we doing boxing a good service that way. We should just call it for what it is. It was a defensive clinic. Yeah, it was not entertaining. Yes, we can say that because that's true. But Shakur Stevenson will never ever be entertaining unless he in a fight with somebody who makes it entertaining. We expecting Shakur Stevenson to make a fight entertaining. You'll be waiting forever. It'll never happen.
Well,
It'll never happen.
he got to tone it down, and he got to stop trying to play the villain role. See, because it's like how you see a good trailer for a movie, and then you watch the movie, and you like, damn, they show all the good parts in the trailer, and now you're disappointed because you've seen all the good parts before you even watch the movie.
I've
This is
seen this
what.
before. I've seen the all-time great, the greatest fighter of all time, in my opinion, do the same exact thing. Money Mayweather used to do the same exact thing. He would talk a great talk, get in the fight, and put on a defensive, boring clinic. People would boo during the fight and have negative things to say about him after the fight. We've seen this before.
But why is it not working? Because he's not gonna get no big fights, bro. Tank is not you. You're gonna request too much money. You got to make yourself more valuable. That's all
That's
we asking
true.
Shakur to do.
That's true.
It's not about your skill. You're a good boxer. You got great defense. You trying to work on selling yourself, but in the moment when it's time to up your value, you got to do that. And Bob already played you with the Thursday night fight. Like if I was
Right.
Tank, I'd be like, "What I'm gonna fight you for? You fighting on Thursdays, bro."
Well, the Tank. I don't want to keep using Tank as a as the as the catalyst to Shakur because I have my own feelings about Tank and I think he's moving in a way that he shouldn't be moving as well. But I'm just talking about
We
anybody.
got to do another live for that. The next live we do, C-Dub, is gonna be called "Tank is a Very Talented Duck."
Okay. Okay.
D-Town, what up?
Hey, what up, though, 2 Cent?
But that's not my sentiment. That's C-Dub's sentiment. He just
Yes,
text me.
that is my
He
that
text
is
me the
my
other
sin.
day and say Tank is a very talented duck. I say, oh, that's a good title. That's a good title. What's up, D-Town? What's going
Well,
on?
I can't call it. Well, he kind of earned some of that type criticism a little bit.
What you think?
I want to speak on Shakur fight.
What you got?
I think for the circumstances, he explained after the fight. He said he wasn't gonna make no excuses up, but he did come up with some reasoning for his
It's
performance in that
reasoning what
fight.
he said. Is D-Town. Is reasoning what Shakur said. It's not excuses.
I'm just saying they reasons. He said they wasn't excuses, but we know they were. But his reasons.
What is it?
What was he was in there with Bud? He been in the gym, and I do think something was wrong with his hand. We ain't never seen him not throw that left. We ain't never seen him not have an output like he had last night.
Right,
I do
right.
I do think something was wrong with his hand, and I think people got to give it up to the man. He young. He went in there. This was a championship. This was for a belt, and for
Facts.
him to win that fight with one arm.
Right,
One
right.
arm. He went in there and won it with one arm. I think it's more to say about the Santos than it was Shakur.
Facts. Big
I
facts.
agree.
Because if you are a warrior when you get in there. If you couldn't sense that this man wasn't throwing that other hand, and you couldn't expose that, you couldn't get to that, you couldn't do nothing to get past a jab in a championship bout,
We got
and he
Mr.
held you
Moss in
back.
the building. What's up, Mr. Moss?
Hey,
He
salute to all
had
you guys, man. What's up, man?
he held you back and pointed the fight out with a jab, and you couldn't touch him. I reference back to Floyd Mayweather when he messed his
Verse
hands up.
Carlos Hernandez.
I reference back to Floyd Mayweather when he messed his hands up. He didn't stop fighting. He continued fighting and continued winning. He just wasn't knocking people out no more.
Mm-hmm.
I reference back to Tank in that third round against Pitbull when he messed his hand up. Now Pitbull was pressuring, but Tank still pulled that fight out with one hand.
Right. That's a
And
good
if you
point,
want to
man.
speak, to our young guys coming up that's supposed to be taking over the reins. Them are signs of the greats that know how to go in and adjust when they down, when they lose, they missing a tool, and they still pull it out. They
Greatness.
still get the win.
Greatness.
And not just that. Listen, we praised Floyd versus Carlos Hernandez with one hand, right? Floyd was literally fine with one hand. We praise his versatility. We praise his ability to overcome adversity in that fight. And last night after the fight, all you heard was Tank was this, Tank. I'm sorry, Shakur this, Shakur that. Listen, even Shakur Stevenson acknowledged that it wasn't an exciting fight.
Immediately.
And when he said, I think he was asked, I think it was Jim Gray or whoever asked him the question. He says, "Did you injure yourself?" And you saw the reaction of Stevenson. Of course he did. I mean, listen, we're no
Yeah.
fools here. Of course he did. But the man said, no excuses. I could have fought better. I mean, he's taking accountability. Whereas, listen, man, most guys break their hand. They ain't throwing no more fights, bro. I mean, most grown men would literally quit on in a combat sport of that magnitude, bro. And so, to
Right.
me, I thought he fought a safe fight. And again, before you move on, 2 Cents, these boxers have to stop fighting for the fans. You fight for you
Facts.
and your family, right? Get the W and get the hell out of there, bro. And that's what most fighters make the mistake at. They fight for the fans and then they end up getting caught or getting knocked out, bro. And
Or
so I
hurt.
praise a fighter who has a mental fortitude to go in that ring in a hostile environment where the fans are probably booing, which they were last night, and they want you to press the attack He's saying, bump all that. I'm going to fight my fight. I'm going to fight from the outside. I'm going to beat you with a basic jab, and I'm going to go home. I mean, if we can't support that, then come on, man. Like, I mean, come on. This is crazy.
Well, when y'all agree, you gotta have a mixture of both. You don't necessarily gotta because you just gotta be entertaining. Like Tank is not fighting for the
You don't
fans.
have to be entertaining. You don't have to be entertaining.
But if Tank, okay, here we go. It depends on what your goals are. We cannot hold these fighters to standards that they're not holding their self to. So if Shakur's goal is to be pay-per-view, he needs to be entertaining. If his goal is just to win titles, then cool.
That's not that. I've never seen Shakur say that he wants to be a pay-per-view star. I've only seen Shakur say that he wants to be the best. I've only seen Shakur say that. I've never seen that's not Shakur's goal to be.
Well, he negotiates like he wants to be a pay-per-view star.
I agree with you to a certain extent because in today's boxing world, you have to be entertaining if you want those big paydays.
Facts. And I just think that, in my opinion, I think that that'll never be the case for Shakur. Shakur will never be a paper star. He will never reach that fame, that casual likeness that a Tank has or a Canelo has or somebody like that has. Shakur will never be that. He doesn't have the persona, the charisma. He don't have that. He don't have the fight.
That's a great point you just said, bro. That's a great point. He doesn't have it.
Fighting style. He don't have anything that will make him.
Right.
The only thing that will make him a star is the right fights. That's it. He don't have anything on his own that will make him a star. So I think if that's the fans' expectation of him, the fans are gonna always be disappointed when it comes to Shakur Stevenson.
All right, let's welcome Coach Eddie to the panel. What's up, Coach Eddie? Hey, listen, if you're listening, please make sure you hit that like button. If you're listening to the replay of this live, please make sure you let me know and drop it below a comment about what you're hearing. If you ain't got nothing to say, just let me know you stopped by. Go ahead, Dub.
Oh, another thing, one of the guys, I don't know his name, he just hopped on. He said we praised Floyd when he fought Baltimore when he broke his hand during the fight.
I said Carlos Hernandez. Not Baltimore. Hernandez,
Okay. But one thing I will say about that, I wasn't a fan of. I wasn't into boxing when early in Floyd's career.
I got you, man. Okay.
I will say that, but one thing I do see when I've watched all Floyd fights a million times, when he did have those type of performances, people were booing just like they were booing last night.
Mm-hmm.
They were in the stands booing Floyd while he was putting on master performances, just like Shakur fans was doing to him last night.
And what did he say after the fight, bro? And just real quick, 2 cents. Every time that happened to Floyd Mayweather, right after the fight or somewhere along the way, he makes sure he said this: "I don't fight for the fans. The fans can't fight for you. I don't fight for the fans." And so Floyd made a point to say that, and he was saying it for a reason because you guys, there's something to be said about technical boxing and high ring IQ. And right now, Shakur Stevenson has it at the most highest level to me. So you saw it last night. Man. I'm sorry.
And
that's what I was gonna say.
Let me say this too. We're in an age of YouTube boxing, MMA versus boxers. I could have one boxing fight and the WBC gonna rank me in the top 10. I can have a whole boxing career and none of the people I'm fighting are even boxers. So you have a whole market of those people probably now watching these fights, and they have no idea what they're looking at, what they should expect, and what they should want. And as soon as something don't go their way, they all on the internet, all on the videos, and then I don't know if
that's true, but I know y'all seeing it yourself. Even boxing pundits, even like new media, guys that's supposed to really know boxing, that's been covering boxing for a long time, they falling for the sentiment as well. They making videos about how disappointing Shakur was and all of that.
Right.
What's going on?
Well, it's a difference between people that, if I'm making any sense, people that watch boxing and people that see boxing. It's a difference, and I think Shakur do have some entertainment factor to him because the way that man, when he get in that pocket, and the way that man put them combinations together and place those punches on them dudes, especially in these last few fights he had, that's to me, That's the type of stuff I want to see. I love it.
Me too, man.
I
And just real
love.
quick, too, fellas.
That's. I
Just real
love
quick.
it.
I made a point last night to make sure I heard guys like Andre Ward give his post-fight presser thoughts on the fight, along with Terrence Crawford. See, guys
Hmm.
like that, I take their opinion to heart because they're in there with Stevenson. They know boxing. Guys like Antonio Tarver, I respect their opinion when it comes to boxing. Like, I don't put a lot of credence into a lot of guys when they analyze a fight after the fight because they have agendas, they have friendships.
Hmm.
Maybe they don't like Steven Shakur. Maybe because he's cool with Terrence and Andre, then they don't like. Listen, man, like we live in a sport where it's politics and it's corruption. And so I made a point to listen to Andre Ward. And just real quick, real quick, you guys heard last night during the fight, Andre's giving Stevenson tips during the fight. He's yelling he's sitting ringside, kind of telling Stevenson what to do. And you saw Stevenson pay attention and do what Andre said because Andre said after the fight, I was kind of screaming and giving Shakur a little bits and tits here and there, and he saw little subtleties that Shakur Stevenson could have done better. But overall, though, Andre Ward was impressed with what he saw. So if he's impressed, how can we not be impressed? I'm impressed.
I can tell you, I'm not impressed at all. I can tell you that. I mean,
Well,
That's fair.
that's
it
my.
wasn't. It wasn't an oppressive,
It was
exciting
not
fight,
at all.
but
No, not from that standpoint, guys. No. Listen, maybe I said that the wrong way. It wasn't impressive, far as it being exciting. I'm impressed
right.
at a fighter that young, because listen, let's face it, man. Shakur Stevenson's resume to me isn't all that, and I think last night was probably his first fight where he actually had to overcome adversity, and so I'm impressed by that standpoint. Broken hand,
Hmm.
hurt hand. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
So
Considering the
I got a question
circumstances.
for
yes,
y'all.
yes.
I
Hold
got a
on, let's
question for
welcome
y'all.
Joseph to the panel. What up, Joseph? Go ahead.
I got a question for y'all. So what are y'all thoughts on Shakur Stevenson? This is the second time I've seen him done it. Apologizing for his performance to guys like Andre Ward, Floyd Mayweather, the Terrence Crawford, and the fans. What do y'all think about that?
He holds himself accountable. He knows he can be better. I mean, even with the injuries, I mean, he still knows. Listen, I mean, he has a sharp mind when it comes to boxing, and so he knows that he gonna go back to the drawing board, watch some film, and say, "I could have threw this shot. I could have pressed him here." I mean, he's just holding himself accountable. Isn't that what you want out of your athletes?
But
But
Yeah, he
but
might
I
but
he
know
might
he.
be
wait,
holding
go
he
ahead.
might be holding himself accountable, but that was not
N-
a good fight in any way, shape, or form. Now, if his hand was
It's a
hurt,
heart
okay,
issue.
I don't.
It's a
Hold on,
heart
so
issue. It's not a skill.
that's what I was thinking
It's not.
too.
It's not a
That's what I was
skill.
thinking.
It's not a skill deficiency. It's a heart issue. That's not his temperament. That's not.
Now,
Yeah,
That's
because
not his. His temperament is to run his mouth and then not back it up. It's
yeah,
okay.
and
It's
he's
it's okay to have performance like that if you're a humble guy. You can't get over there and beat your chest like you King Kong, running your mouth all the time, and then you get in there and you fight like a cat in a room full of rocking
Well,
chairs.
he got the
That's
W.
exactly
So
what you did last night.
yeah.
he
it's
had
So,
boxing.
Half
Every
of
night
that is
can be your night.
half
He
of
got the W.
half of
So
running your mouth is
right,
promotion.
You got to back it
exactly.
up. You got to back it up. When James
He
Tony
has
ran
backed
his
it up.
mouth, he
He
backed
has
it up.
backed
When
it up.
Ali ran his mouth, he backed it up. When Floyd ran his mouth, he backed it up.
Well, Floyd had a lot of
no,
fights
No.
that
Floyd
looked.
didn't.
Ali lost.
Floyd
Ali did
had a
not
few
back it up,
fights that
bro.
looked
Ali
just
lost to a
like
guy
that.
with 7 career fights and Spink. So no, that's not true.
That may be
Ali did
true.
not
That
back it
may
up.
be true. That may be
So
true.
stop it.
But when
Are
he
you?
started his career, he was backing it up.
He's
By
backing
the
it up.
time he started
Floyd
losing,
backed it up. I
it
agree
was
with that.
after
Ali
he
didn't
was
back it up.
diminishing.
Man, are you
Okay?
serious, bro? You hear
Ali
yourself?
did
You say
not back
Ali
it up,
didn't back
bro.
it up? He the
No, he
one that
did not.
started trash talking,
No, he
man.
did not. No, he didn't, bro.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm gonna let you
Yeah,
have that
me
one then,
too.
bro.
Man, hold on. Now
So
everybody
Yeah, we
was
okay,
can
talking
but
keep
what
after
talking.
the
about this
talk, and he
perspective?
was
What about
backing
this
it up.
perspective?
Yeah.
So are we going to? Okay, Shakur is good. We know that he's very skillful. But are we never going to see him against really tough competition because of his style? Because somebody had put in the chat that Pitbull said he didn't want to fight him because all he gonna do is run all night. So
But
Not
is that
Tank.
running
Well,
or
I
is that
think
Shakur,
a hit and not
it
get
would
hit
be.
though?
I
I
think it
mean,
would
I
be
think
Shakur,
Frank
Pitbull.
Martin's a
Shakur is the
good match. I think
definition
Frank
of
Martin's
high
a good
risk, low
matchup.
reward.
I think with last night's fight, we saw two guys that were around the same height, same size, and the same temperament. You know what I'm saying? And I've never seen Shakur when he was fighting Jamel Hearn. Him and Jamel Hearn, they've been sparring each other for years. You know what I'm saying? They grew up together. He knew what he was up against. And I think he was already felt Heron was kind of intimidated by him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but when you fight somebody who says they want you, I've been wanting you, and I'm gonna show you when I get in that ring, and he could see it in that dude's face too.
Yeah.
And that dude was not like flat-footed. He wasn't. You can say whatever you want. He may not have been closing the ring or whatever, but he definitely was stepping to him, and that dude was jumping back yards, not feet.
But is that
Yards.
running or is that
Hey,
hitting
I had a
after
question
hitting?
about that.
Shakur
What
is
was
Shakur
the
is a
jumping
bully.
back about? What was the jumping back? Okay, let me read this from the Minister of Boxing Violations. Don't believe Shakur was injured. Think he's lying. Think Shakur is overrated. I think Shakur is mentally weak and a typical boxing standard byproduct of matchmaking. Top rank, A++.
Got a point.
Disagree.
Has a point.
Is that running in
And
boxing?
so yeah, that lead me to the point I was just asking. When nobody quote unquote wants to fight Shakur, everybody's ducking him.
This
when
fight was probably open doors for him.
So can I ask
Everybody
a
not
question
ducking
to the panel, please? If a boxer quote unquote runs, you have 8 weeks in a training camp to know how to walk a fighter down and go catch him. That's your job. I mean, it's a boxing ring. I mean, it's not a big ring like
But
that.
Shakur never fought like that before. Shakur never ran like that before. We seen him
bro,
step
this
to
question,
people. We seen him walk people down.
I know, but this statement isn't just geared towards Stevenson. This statement is geared toward all boxers. If there's a boxer that likes to move inside the boxing ring and I fight him, I watch tape. It's my job to find a way to trap and corner him and punish him. That's not on Shakur Stevenson. That's on the opponent. You have to make him fight.
I'm quite sure he didn't know Shakur Stevens was gonna be jumping back that far.
Shakur never done that. You never seen Shakur do that.
Because you never seen Shakur do that. Don't you think he was handicapped?
No one trains for that. In fact,
don't you think he was
handicapped
handicapped?
to fight somebody who does that?
You should.
That's the point I was just making, Joseph. That's probably why you're not getting no fights.
Nah, he's not getting any fights because he's high risk, low reward. That's why he's not getting a fight.
That too.
What risk is he?
You're at risk of getting out.
You're gonna risk getting those hands put on you.
Look, De Los Santos just fought him in up to stock, and he barely hit him.
He did not
what
up
risk
his stock
is he?
last night.
I don't think up to stock though.
I think he upped his stock. It's a lot of people that think he upped his stock. It's a lot of people that think he got robbed.
Shakur did not look good fighting him. And Shakur is praised by so many commentators, so many former boxers, and then he's gonna go in there and not do nothing to this dude. Oh, his stock went up.
Yep.
So we speaking more about Shakur because of the name and not Dos Santos because of his sad performance.
He was an underdog. He was 1,200. He was a 1,200 underdog. Minus 1,200.
Santos pressed the attack and
walked him minus 1,200.
Hold on.
You see how fast that dude was moving? That dude was playing dodgeball. That dude was moving fast,
man. My job to go get you.
Look, did you see that one thing he hit Shakur with? Shakur looked like he looked like he was just suspended in animation. He just looked crazy.
That dude hopping back,
gonna make a meme out of that too.
Hey, he was hitting Shakur like I don't know why they
turned around.
That's the least punches landed. He was hitting Shakur. Like I'm gonna watch that fight again.
We saw Madonna.
He was hitting him.
With the trap him, walking down.
Running, man. He turned around on him.
You gotta make these movers boxers fight, man. I'm sorry. I give no excuses. Listen, this is boxing. Hitting that get hit. Okay. Listen, man.
How you gonna cap for that performance? Shakur laid an egg last night, man. He stuck up the joint, man.
It's just my opinion, man. Listen, man. Fighters don't fight for fans, right? If you have a boxer who is considered a mover, right, which some fighters are, it's on the opponent to force the action and make him fight, bro. It's boxing. It's hit and not get hit.
Look, and it's easier to hit.
That's not a sweet sign. That was a heartless performance. That was a heartless and gutless performance. That's exactly what it was. It was heartless and it was gutless.
I thought that a boxer's feet was one of his biggest attributes in the ring, and now we downgrading.
It's easier to hit, not get hit.
Bro, he said it was a trash performance. He himself said it was trash.
Well, I mean, okay, that's cool.
So I was on Manager Marty's chat earlier, and I was asking him, would a hardcore boxing fan say Shakur Stevenson displayed the sweet science? He hit and not get hit. And Manager Marty made a good point. He said he hit, not get hit, not get hit, not get hit, not get hit. Like he wasn't engaging. And I think that's the problem that people are having.
It's
So
Well,
not
people
do you
have a
think
problem with
something
the
was
three
wrong
signs
with
he
of
him?
just
boxing.
stopped to
That's what it
engage.
is.
Something
His
might have
opponents
been
to make him
wrong with him,
engage.
or like we say,
That's what
It's
I feel
it's
like.
his
Something was
temperament.
wrong with
There's
him.
may not
nothing
have a
wrong with
heart.
him. It's his temperament. That's his heart. He's a bully. Shakur Stevenson is a bully. When
I
he
think
has
he
an
was
upper,
hurt.
I
no, when
guarantee
he
him out of
listen to me.
money.
He's a bully. He has
I
a
bet
bully
you
mentality.
if
He
Shakur
didn't even
Stevenson has a
talk.
bully
Santos,
mentality.
But
if
what
Santos,
about this perspective? What about if he doesn't have a chin? Like, what if Shakur
He
don't have a chin and he can't take punches?
he don't trust
So,
his chin.
and he really can't take a punch. Like, what if Shakur really? When have we seen him take a punch? We don't even know if he can really take a punch. He
But
don't
he
get hit.
right. But he knows that he can take a punch because evidently he been dropped in the gym or he been buzzed in the gym.
A lot of
So
boxers
he
been dropped in the gym. That's nothing new. It happens all the. So
But
what?
I'm saying though, that'll play into
Mm.
your psyche. If you know you can't take a punch, you don't
Nah,
want to
bro.
get
Long
hit.
as
and you go up in that
long as you
ring
can
with
take a
somebody who
punch
can
when it counts
punch,
the
that's
most
what's
on the bright lights on fight night with no headgear, that's all that matters. Yeah,
Do y'all
sparring don't
think?
yeah.
matter though.
Do y'all think if he would have been in there with any one of the top three, he would have had that type of performance?
He would have lost.
No,
No,
because
because they would have forced him to
the
fight,
opponent
bro.
would have
No.
brought it to him. That's why.
Yeah, because they would have forced him to engage. So no.
Exactly.
I know if he
Exactly.
was in there with Tank would have
Tank would have
He'd,
pressed the
he'd,
issue and made him fight.
he
Tank
would have
So
had
killed him on a
see,
night
Doug,
like
Tank
that.
would
is
have ate
this
something.
more on the Los Santos than Shakur?
Yep.
Yeah,
To me,
I
it is.
believe
Yes.
so.
To
I
me, it is.
believe
I
so.
mean, some of
Shakur did what he
it
had to do
is,
to win a
but at the
fight.
same time, he's what? How many fights has Santos had? Like 16, 17 fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's not known for a lot of things he even did last night. And trust and believe, he's never really been in there with somebody who's ran like Shakur did. I'm quite sure if he was in the ring with somebody like Shakur, he would been like it would have been something he's seen before and
Did he
known how
not
to
watch
really
film or
deal with
tape?
it. But when you
Did
talk
his team not watch film?
when
I
you
just
when you
don't.
talk
I don't think no matter
when you
what his
talk all that
experience
crap
was,
and then you
he
go in
would
there
never
and
be
you
able
be
to.
running,
He's
that
not
throws a
on the
bam
skill
off.
level to mess with anybody like a Shakur. It don't matter what his experience was. He would never be able to mess with Shakur.
Well, that
Never.
speaks my point. Then these
Who?
boxers are so one dimensional. They
Who?
train one way.
DeSanto.
Maybe inside the gym,
He
if they
look,
practice
I bet
running
I
boxers
can't
and in the pocket, then that way, when you have a fight like this and a boxer
I could
moves
say
like
the
that,
same thing
you'll be
about
ready for it.
we could say the
Yeah,
same
I
thing
don't
about
care.
Shakur. We could say that Shakur will never be able to be in the double digits fighting against Santos with connection because he wasn't in one round over
So
That's
what?
true.
He-
That's true. But he gonna
we could
That's
still
say the
win
fine.
the
same
fight.
And he
thing.
ain't
We
got
could
to
say the
be.
same
He
thing.
gonna
And
still
that's
win the
fine.
fight
And he
though.
ain't got to
Gonna
be.
still win the
It's
He
fight.
ain't
about
got to
winning
be.
the fight.
He'll
It's
Not
he
about
gonna
outboxing,
how
all
still
not
win
that.
the
about
fight.
how it looks. It's about winning the
He
fight.
gonna still win the fight, but it's just
And
something
that's all that
we can
matters,
say. We
right?
don't know.
Ain't that what matters, though?
We don't know though.
Homeboy. Ain't that what matters?
Shakur might
Is
go in
in
there
the
and drop
W.
him in 2 rounds the next fight.
He don't fight for the fans,
If they
man.
were to fight again,
He don't fight for the fans. He
I
don't
again.
fight
believe
for
he
you want to
deserve
fight.
he deserved a pass for last
Right.
night.
He don't
Some
fight for
He
the
clearly
shouldn't
fans.
be
wrong.
apologizing.
He deserve a pass.
He shouldn't be
Yeah.
apologizing.
Yeah,
I'm
he
trying to
shouldn't be
tell you. Look,
apologizing.
he wouldn't.
I disagree with him apologizing. This is not the first time he's apologized for one of his performances. I disagree with that every time he does it.
But every time he go in there with somebody who's a little shorter than him, somebody that's kind of intimidated by him, somebody that he knows that's slower than him. Oh, he looked like a star. He looked mean.
I just
He's
never
And
bad.
he's
seen.
But
I just
supposed
last
to.
never.
night,
I never seen him.
And
I
he's
never
supposed
seen
to
him
look
not
that way.
let his
What that
hands
mean?
go.
last night he was in there with somebody who was just as big as him, got the
Okay.
same reach,
And he got the
And he
win.
won
And
the
he went
fight.
home.
and
And
Yeah.
he
he
won the
That's
just
the
fight
won
with
the
point.
him.
fight.
And
And he
He
got
Just
the
won
W
the.
and he went
He
home.
won
just
the
That's
fight
won.
right.
with one
And
hand.
so we know what to look for next time, or he knows what to look for next time if he's picking somebody to fight.
I don't
So
think
y'all
he'll
don't
ever
think
make
they
a
should do a
performance
rematch?
like that.
for
Who
what?
think they should have
Nah,
a rematch?
No, they don't.
Nah,
You
no
don't
nah,
want to
rematch.
see
nah.
that.
No rematch.
That was
No
real
rematch
disappointing.
needed.
That was
Hey
real
man, they
disappointing.
acting like Shakur Stevenson needs to win every fight the same way. It's boxing. Some nights just ain't your night. You may be a little off. Listen, at the end of the day, he don't fight for you. He got the W and he went home.
I ain't saying
Period,
Bam
bro.
need to go on the roof
That's
and
it,
just do a
man.
swan dive. I ain't
This is
saying that.
crazy. He
All
don't
I'm
fight for the
saying
fans.
is he ain't the
Yeah, he don't
cat
fight for the
that
fans, man.
everybody's saying he is.
Hey, he got the W, bro. That's all that matters to me. I don't care how he got it. He got it.
Oh,
And
That's all. That's all.
to be
If I'm
fair, it
if I'm
was
a fan of any fighter, I don't care how they get the win. I just care to
Facts.
keep winning.
Facts.
If I'm a
Exactly.
and it
fan,
was a
if I'm
big
a fan
night.
of a guy,
It was
I
for a
I'll
don't
come back
belt.
care.
into
I
it
don't
just a little
care
bit. I
who
gotta do
won.
something.
I care that he wins the fight.
Right. Well,
it was for a belt. He won the fight.
Right.
I mean, if his hand was injured, he did it with one hand.
He did it
That's
with one
impressive.
hand, too. One hand.
Some people say he wasn't dropping that hand because he didn't want to get hit, though.
But even if that's the case, that's cool. That's okay.
We've never seen him do that before, though.
That's okay. He fought a fight. He won quite easily. That's the only thing that matters to me. It was a
He won. He didn't win it
masterful
easily. He was
performance.
running. He was running. He didn't win that joint
That's
easily.
easy.
He was
That is
handicapped,
not
and
easy.
he
That
used.
wasn't
I don't
easy.
say running. I don't say running. That's running.
I
Look,
believe. I
That's
believe he
masterful
was.
game
I
play.
believe he was handicapped, and he used the
Run,
skills that he had available.
running is something that casual fans say. He was using his footwork to get out of the way of any heat that could come his way. He wasn't running.
You say he don't. You say he don't fight for the fans, right?
No, I think
He's,
he wants to fight for the fans. He don't have the skill to fight
no,
for the
Ma
fans.
said he don't fight for the fans though.
Maz hopped off, but yeah, that's what Maz said.
Well,
So if he
he
don't
was
fight for
saying
the fans,
he don't think boxers fight for boxers fight for themselves.
Shakur want to
well,
fight for the fans, but he
he
can't
want
fight for the fans. He don't have the
he
fight. He don't have a fan friendly style. I know he
exactly.
would.
That's what I'm
I know he
saying.
would want
Fans,
to. I know
the
he would
fans let
want
him
to.
know. The fans let him know. We ain't gonna watch you no more. So
That's
don't
why
worry
he's
about it.
apologizing because he want to be entertaining like a tank, but he will never be entertaining like a tank. It just won't happen for him, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
I
If he
don't think he
if
want
he
to be
wants,
like. I don't think he want to be like Tank.
I
Ain't
don't
none of
think
them
he
like
like
Tank.
taking his fight style, but I think he would want to be a draw. I think he would want to be liked by the masses, like Tank
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I still think he got opportunity to do that though.
If he get the right play, if he fight Tank and he outbox Tank, no matter how
well,
it look, even if it's boring, if he fight Tank and it look boring and he outbox Tank, that can help him. But he's
He's
still
look,
not
gonna
outboxing Tank, bro. He
he's
getting
still gonna
knocked
get
out.
hate. He's still gonna get hate because they're gonna say, oh, he ran from Tank. It don't matter who he fight. If he outpoint him, they're gonna say he ran.
man, I'm
It don't
telling you,
matter.
man. Based on what I seen last night, there's something like an ingredients to beating them. It's you got a little ingredient,
What?
something you can pick up on as far as how to take them.
I didn't see nothing last night that made Shakur
Man, look,
any more
man,
beatable than anything. I
look.
didn't
All
see
you got
anything.
one,
Power.
your
You
feet got
gotta
to be
have
fast as
power for
hell.
sure.
If your feet is fast as his, you got to have a little power. You got to be just really ready to get in there with them, and don't even second guess yourself a lot of times when it comes to speed and your own defense. Because dude didn't do that. You
The
know what I'm
guy
saying?
you
He
fought
didn't.
last night had hand speed was just as fast as Shakur's, feet was just as fast as Shakur, and he was still hesitant to bring the fight to Shakur.
He was
Yeah, he
hesitant.
was. What was
He
the
was.
what was the
Well,
copy box? Because how many power punches did Shakur actually throw?
The comedy box say Shakur landed 19 power punches and the Santos landed 14 power punches. The 14 power
19. That's
punches is
low.
going
in
That's
backwards,
low for
going
him.
12
backwards,
round fight.
going
Yeah,
backwards,
that's low
going
for him
backwards,
though.
going backwards,
But jabs,
going backwards. You're
but
not
he
going to
out
land too
jabbed
many.
him.
You're not going to land too many power punches going backwards, and that's why they're low.
I
See,
just
I thought
believe
he
I
was
just
gonna break
believe he's
Santos
handicapped.
down and pick him apart, but he didn't do that. Crucial content say,
Shakur landed a hell
this.
of a lot of jabs on him.
He said I said it was gonna be easy work for Shakur. I thought it was gonna be easy work for
It
Shakur.
was easy work for Shakur. What did
No,
y'all see?
I
it
guess
was
he beat
easy
him with
work, but
one
he's
hand.
run.
It
Man, it
was
wasn't.
easy work.
Man, if dude was really flat foot, it would have been easy work. Easy. When I think of easy work, I'm thinking you just dominating every round. It's to the point whereas people wondering why is this dude even in there with you?
Listen. When you go into whenever a fighter goes into the 12th round and his trainer tells him, "Look, all you gotta do is get through the round. We got the
If you
bag."
going
That's
backwards,
easy work.
if you going backwards all night, you know what I'm
He's getting out
saying?
the way of punches. You
And
want
you
the man to
if you
stand.
go
You
listen to
want
me,
the
if you
man to
go
stand there and get punched on.
no, I said all night. I didn't say that was all he had to do. What I'm saying, if that's what you're doing all night, you know what I'm saying? Who can't do that? I'm thinking about all the people that Shakur has fought that could have done that.
It ain't many people who can do what
Well,
Shakur do.
yeah, it's a lot
Listen
of
to
people
me.
that don't got footwork.
And
Man, what I'm
it's not
saying
many
is
people that can
they
do what
choose
Shakur
not
do.
to. They choose not to. They're
No, it's
trying
not that
to.
they choose not to. They can't. They
Okay, we're gonna
can't
see in the
do it.
next fight. We're gonna see in the next fight what people choose to do because we
Oh
all
wait, hold
see
on, hold
now
on.
what.
Supreme L, what up? What up? What up?
Y'all
Got Supreme
discredited. Y'all
L in the
discredited
chat.
Shakur's skill. You trying to make it seem like
Asante
it's
L in
something
the
that
chat.
everybody
He
can
only
do.
want to fight people that's slow, man. He only want to fight people that are slow, man. Plain and simple.
The guy he
And that's
fought
the
last night
thing
was
is
not slow.
He only want to fight people that are slow.
The guy
is
he
he
fought
gonna
last
match
night was
make
just
his
as fast
way?
as him.
Santos was fast
The
and
guy he
Santos
fought
was
last
quick.
night was just as fast as him.
He was just apprehensive. I don't know why he ain't let his hands go.
Because them 8-ounce gloves that why he didn't let his hands go. Them 8 ounces. He worried
You
about
got
getting hit. He
you
worried
talking about
about being the
Santos?
meme. Now, Shakur Stevenson, he worried about
No,
being the meme the next day.
no, I'm saying why Santos ain't put more pressure, cut the ring off more, and let his hands go. I was
But he
like,
still initiated
Yeah, he should have. He should have did that.
he still was the person going forward. He was still the one going forward.
In that
Well,
in the
So he
last
wasn't
four
avoiding the
rounds,
drama.
in
He
the
wasn't
last four
avoiding the
rounds of the
drama.
fight, who was going forward? Was it Santos or was it Shakur? In the last 4 rounds, it was Shakur who was
Both of
going
them was
forward.
going forward. Both of them
Shakur
was
was
going.
going forward
Shakur,
in the last
Man,
4 rounds of
Shakur,
that
man,
fight.
he turned his back on Shakur, man. I think that was in the 7th round.
I said the last 4 rounds, who was going back? It was Santos that was going back, not Shakur.
And he still only hit him, and he still hit him less than 10 times.
He still outpointed him every round. He
Man,
won the
dude,
fight.
do
by
you
that
realize we
time,
talking about one guy that landed 60 punches for a whole fight and the other guy landed 40? That's what we talking about. 60 punches for a 12-round fight, punches landed.
It's one guy
That's ridiculous.
outpointed the other guy damn near every round. That's what I seen.
man, that's you. What you saw was somebody you thought was
That's
the
5 punches
man.
landed per round. That's
Be
5 punches
revealed.
landed per
It
round.
wasn't no
I
lot
don't,
of
Yeah.
I
punches.
don't see
Listen,
I don't see what Shakur
listen.
outpointed him every round.
You just
Because he
revealed.
was landing shots. He was in the first 4 rounds. He was landing them body shots on Shakur. He was landing jabs on Shakur. The Santos was getting Shakur, and that's why I figured like after round 6, Shakur gonna be then got his timing down, and he gonna be coming in, pop shotting him and breaking them down. But he
Look,
didn't do that.
this is what I'm saying. When we watch a Tank fight, Tank don't punch people a lot. Tank don't throw a lot of punches. Tank actually lose a lot of rounds. The only thing, the difference is Tank eventually just catch you and knock you out. But Tank don't be winning rounds. Tank don't be
He don't
working
win
punches.
rounds, but he don't avoid the drama either.
Yes, he do. Tank uses his feet. Tank
Man,
is smart. Tank don't engage a lot. Look at
no, I
Tank
ain't
fight.
saying engage. No, when I say engage, he's not always going back. He ain't jumping back 50 feet.
Tank uses
Facts.
his footwork. Tank
He stand in
uses
the
his
pocket.
feet.
Tank can
Tank
stand
don't
in the
stay in the
pocket.
pocket. Look at Tank fight.
No, Tank
Look
don't
when he
always
fought
stand
Lodi.
in no pocket.
Look
But he
when he
don't be
fight
jumping
Lodi.
back 50
Shakur
yards.
When he fought
Stevenson.
Lodi, he was
Shakur
moving.
Shakur Stevenson looked like a triple jumper last night. That dude was hopping back 2 or 3 times, man. That dude like a triple jumper. Come on, man.
Tank be doing
We
strange
got
shit
to
y'all
call a
praise him for.
spade, man.
Tank
I
be
You
not
can
doing
I
call
never
a
shit
I,
y'all
spade a
praise him
spade.
for.
It wasn't an exciting fight, but I just believe the man was handicapped. I just believe
He
he
may
didn't
have
have
been.
one in his hand.
He may
He
have
didn't let
been.
it go, and we've never seen that from him before. So we have
He
to
may
take that
have.
into accountability.
He may have. He may have.
we
And
had
if
But
he won a championship with one hand, that's impressive.
Yes, it is.
Wait, did he win the
With a
championship or
guy
did
that
he
was
I
trying
mean
to press him.
it was a technical victory. It was an amateurist.
It was a win, no matter
It,
how
it,
it,
was-
how
it,
it
was- it
came
was
about.
it was an
It was a
amateurist,
win.
you know what I'm saying?
He
It was
won.
nothing
He won.
nothing
He won.
memorable
My
about that
house
fight.
somebody win.
He
It don't
won
He
on
matter how
all.
it
did
came about.
himself
It was
no
a win.
favors. He did himself no favors last
bruh,
night.
sound like we live to fight another day.
In the judge and in 3 judges' eyes, he won to all of them.
I mean, he won the fight, but that's he didn't do himself any favors last night. I think the knock on Shakur is that he'll go back and he'll discredit people like the older generation. Like he'll sit up there and say
Right.
he would have beat Manny Pacquiao in his prime. Manny Pacquiao in the prime would have destroyed Shakur
Well,
Stevenson.
I don't think
It would
none
have
of that
been
talking
a
gonna come out of his mouth no time
that,
soon.
that's
Yeah,
exactly what he
yeah.
said.
Manny Pacquiao, from what we've seen of Shakur so far, yeah, Manny Pacquiao probably would have dispatched him. But
Destruction. It would
yeah,
have been a destruction, a demolition
Mm,
job.
but he is
yeah.
still young. He is still young and growing. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's talking just like a lot of guys talk. You know, a lot of guys talk long before they was able to prove that they was the best fighter of their era. And a lot of guys talk that you got to have confidence. If you don't believe you like that, you can never be like that.
I mean, but look at what he's doing. They're looking at the Floyd Mayweather era. They're trying to jump past the pretty boy stage right there. Pretty boy fought, guy like Shambe Mitchell, Diego Corrales. He fought a lot of tough guys and made them look
Yeah, bro.
ordinary.
A lot of
Beat
tough
them
guys.
down.
Yeah, that was
He
pretty
beat he
boy
beat
though.
them
Right, but
down.
Pretty
he's
boy.
not a pretty boy Floyd. He don't possess those skills.
But
He
Nah,
don't.
he don't.
no, I mean he doesn't possess the defense that Floyd had. But you
Or the
know,
or the offense.
He don't have the offense. No, his
I
defense is
Pretty
remember
better
boy
than
would have
Pretty
knocked
Boy
out Shakur
Floyd
Stevenson.
defense.
Pretty boy would have
The
knocked out
offense
Shakur
is far.
Stevenson.
yeah, he
If they
would.
fought, he would have knocked him out.
Because I remember
They
when Pretty Boy said before he fought your boy Gotti. They asked him why you think you so sure you're gonna win. He said look at him. He's flat footed and he's slow. So I'm
Right.
thinking right there, like he's telling everybody you need at least those two things to compete with him. You know what I'm saying? So so years, all these years, Bama's in his divisions and stuff like that. Ain't work on their footwork or their speed, and they know that this is the man to beat. I
Right.
mean,
And the
it's,
guy,
it's,
if he would have fought a guy who was flat footed and slow last night, he would have looked more impressive. But last night
mhm.
he was fighting somebody with quick feet and quick hands. That's what he
Yeah,
was fighting last night.
the Santos was on his toes.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
y'all
gotta
think
be on.
Bob was trying to line them up? They do the matchmaking, like y'all said. He should have been fighting somebody flat-footed and slow. Bob tried to line him up, and
They
he beat him
Bob
on
do that,
Thursday
overestimated. They
night.
overestimated
or
Shakur's abilities. They
did Bob do
overestimated his
that, or did the
abilities.
WBC do that?
So I think that was more so he didn't have no options of anybody fighting him, and somebody called him out,
He was
and he
supposed
had
to be
to
fighting
answer.
Loma, but Loma
No,
ducked.
it was for a vacant belt.
No,
Loma ducked.
but it was for a vacant belt. But we all know what happened with
Yeah.
Frank Martin, all these other names, and but this dude was calling them out. Straight up was on the internet and all that. Like, hey, I'm in your city. What's going on?
Oh, DeSantos was calling Shakur out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he
He
was
been
pretty
calling
much
them out for a while, pulling them to his
yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah. He been calling him for at least 2 years. At least two
Okay,
But
years.
well, if he done all of that, and we talking about Shakur, this man done all of that. Why his performance was like that?
Facts.
His,
We talk. We
his,
that's
talking
true,
about
D.
he
John.
didn't.
I
performance.
agree. I
Hold
agree.
on, hold on, hold on. But if I'm calling you out for 2 years, and then I get in the ring with you and you running, I'm thinking you're gonna at least engage. You're gonna do something. I'm
Nah,
train I'm
Win
train
the
I'm
you
train
fight.
I'm
you
training for
supposed
the
to be
engage.
you
I'm preparing for the Shakur Stevens that everybody brag about.
you
That's the
supposed to
The
prepare
pure
for
boxer.
everything.
The pure boxer.
now a person got to prepare for everything. That's the one thing boxers don't think a real a boxer who another opponent who's known for doing all these great things is going to do. They're
12
not
rounds,
they're
you
not
wouldn't have been able
Shakur
to
anticipating.
do a fight
in
with with
12,
They're
Stevenson.
not
12
anticipating.
rounds.
This
In
If
this
Shakur
12
just
do a
rounds, you
fight
it's,
with
wouldn't have been
it's,
able
it's
to
just
figure
it's
that
just
out.
Stevenson, him to
no.
win,
Listen to me.
you
That's
ill
just like
prepared.
that's just like you can calling out Mike Tyson or Roy Jones, all any of these Floyd Mayweather, anybody, all these people that you give all this that's been getting all this praise. You've been calling them out for 2 years, then you get in the ring with them and they run. Imagine that, Mike
No,
Tyson running like
okay,
that.
okay.
Floyd,
12
Mike
rounds,
Tyson can't
come
quote
on,
12
unquote
man.
run like a
rounds,
Shakur.
That's
He
right.
can't. He don't
12
got the
rounds. Why he
footwork.
run 12 rounds? Why he run 12
12
rounds?
rounds.
I
That
want to
man
know
only
why.
fight for 12 rounds.
You wouldn't
So,
have
so
figured it
okay,
out
are
in
y'all
12
telling
Oh
me
rounds.
5 punches around is a good performance?
no, Shakur Stevenson laid an egg last night. He showed no heart. His heart pumped Kool-Aid, and it is what it is.
Yeah, man. The
Yeah,
dude was.
see, that's the type of shit that I'm talking about.
It don't matter, bro.
Like
Facts is facts. It's
that's the
true.
type of shit I'm talking
We
about.
seen it. We seen
How
it
can
for
you
ourselves, man.
listen? Like
I tell you what.
Shakur is a
Watch the
pure
fight again
boxer.
tonight. Watch the
Shakur is
fight
a
again
You
pure
tonight.
can't watch. You
boxer.
ain't
Watch the
gonna be
fight
able to
again.
stay awake. You
Bro,
gonna
you
fall
talking
That's
about
what
asleep.
I'm saying. What I'm saying. Watch the fight
Stevenson.
again tonight. Watch again.
One mic.
Shakur
Go
is a
ahead,
pure
C-Dub.
boxer. Shakur is a pure boxer. Why
Watch
are
the
we
fight
clown
again tonight.
talking him?
You want to see some pure boxing? So you telling me if you want to if you know somebody that's really into boxing, they love boxing, you're gonna say, hey, watch this fight right here. You want to see some
They
pure
going to
boxing?
sleep.
Watch
I
They
this
would
going
say
to
fight right
watch
here.
sleep.
this fighter. I would say watch his
They
footwork.
Right.
Watch his
Watch this
distance.
fighter. They're
Watch how
gonna
he
look
get
at
out
you.
the way. Watch how he jab. I would say that. Yes, I
man,
would.
stop it, bro. Stop, bro.
Man.
You reaching, man. You reaching, man. You reaching,
All
bro.
right. Well,
Stop, dog.
y'all be getting
You
fighters ass
sounding
whooped. That's
bad
what
right
y'all
now,
be
man.
doing. Y'all
You
fighters be
can't, you
getting their
can't,
ass
you
whooped.
can't. It's got doo doo and flies all around it, bro. You can't clean it up, man. It is
It's
what it is,
obvious.
bro. You can't clean
Y'all
that
Yeah,
up,
fighters be
man.
getting their ass
but like
whooped.
he's saying, all his fights don't look like that
No, they
Y'all
because
fighters
don't.
be getting their ass whooped.
I ain't seen a
Oh
fight that
man.
looked like that he fought. And
Even
I'm not
but
Floyd
really,
Dead, if he's
I'm
so
not
fighting
you
really,
Manny
saying
Pacquiao, he said
okay,
you
so he
fighting
gonna
like
have
you
to stay
scared,
away from
man. He said,
any fighters with power. He gonna have to stay away from any
no, I
fighters with
don't
power.
believe that. No, I don't believe that.
I think he ain't fighting nobody he see up there that got the same reach, size, power, and speed. Because those are his pros. You know what I'm saying? Those
I
are his
don't believe.
assets.
I'm not
Okay,
really a
we'll see.
big Shakur fan. I'm a boxing
We'll
fan.
see.
I'm just critiquing the match,
We'll
and I
see.
just felt like the man was handicapped. He won it with
We'll see.
one hand, and he had to do what he had to do to get up out of there with the dub.
We'll see.
So
I
so
wish it.
like somebody said in the comments, Boots got crucified when he fought Karen. Where's that same energy for Shakur? And Shakur was Karen last night. Do y'all feel like
facts.
that?
Say that again. I ain't hear it all the way.
Booth got crucified when he fought Karen. Where is
Uh,
that same energy for Shakur? And Shakur was Karen last night.
He was carrying 2.0.
No,
yeah, I think he was caring about that hand of his.
No, that
no.
man's
He was carrying
scared,
about that
bro. That man
jaw
got
too. Carrying about
that
that
man's
jaw too.
scared. Heart pumping Kool-Aid, man. Shakur Stevenson is a bully, man. He is a straight
Uh, uh,
bully.
uh, I, I,
I
re-
can I,
I,
I I can tell you
I
why he's a
respect
bully.
everybody's opinion.
He
My
he he
opinion, I
had,
just don't feel that.
he has a bully. He has a bully characteristic. That means he take advantage of people he know he can take advantage of. As long as he had the upper hand, he's gonna step to you. He's gonna talk trash. He's gonna get in your face at the press conference. In that ring, he's gonna be a bully. As soon as he
Well,
meets somebody, is it?
what's the little
Go ahead.
dude name that? What's the little dude name that he fought that was pressing him all night?
What
And
little
he caught him
dude?
the little dude, and he caught him a few times too. He was down there like a pit bull cruise. The little dude,
Diaz, not Diaz. Not Diaz.
he beat him up. The man was pressing him all
You
night,
talking about?
and he caught Shakur a few good times,
You know,
multiple times.
Alvarez,
Diaz. What's the
The
nigga name?
little
I'm not even
Valdez,
dude,
talking
talking
about
about.
Valdez.
Yeah, Valdez. Yeah,
Valdez.
Valdez.
That I think that was Valdez.
Yeah,
He
he's a
stayed in
little
the
guy
pocket
though,
with
man.
Valdez.
He's a little
Now
guy. He's
look,
in coming for
look,
120.
Valdez got to
Valdez
him.
sold out to
Val,
try to
Val,
get to try to get to Shakur.
Valdez was he got to him though, and he was
He sold
pressing the
out,
hell out of him.
and he sold
Yeah,
out last
yeah.
night. Last night
If
Santos did not sell out
If
to get to
Valdez
Shakur.
was as tall, if Valdez was as tall and as big as dude
The- yeah.
Santos, that fight would have never happened.
All I'm saying
That-
is
Shakur would have went somewhere
why
else.
Santos didn't see that fight.
I don't know
He
why
couldn't press him
Santos
like that.
didn't go after
Santos should have
Shakur
pressed
because
him.
he shouldn't have been standing there trying to box him. You know you're not about to box him like that.
He
You
was
Yeah,
trying to
gotta
because
be
counter
rough.
Shakur.
You gotta rough him
Valdez
up.
brought the fight to him,
Right.
I would
and
like to see him
Shakur
fight
beat his face
Gary
up.
Antron Russell. Gary Antron Russell gonna flush him. He's not
Yeah,
gonna fight nobody
yeah.
like that.
We know he's not gonna fight a 140-pounder like that. He just got to
Hey,
135, so that's asking too much.
Yeah, yeah.
That's asking too much.
Wait for who to fight who? Say that again.
Gary Antron Russell. That's a type of fight that you have to
He
He
ain't
fight
just
doing
against
moved up
that.
to
Shakur Stevenson.
135. That's
He
unreasonable right
ain't
there.
doing that.
That type of pressure. That's the type of pressure you got to bring to beat a guy like Shakur. That relentless type pressure where you're not gonna let him breathe. You're gonna keep him on the rope. You're gonna bang his body. Like I say, De Los Santos, he had an opportunity and he let it slip. He didn't push
Yeah,
him in the rope. He
he
didn't
didn't
trap
take
him.
none of it.
He should have kept him in the rope. He should have banged his body, kept walking
Right.
down,
Why he
stayed
didn't
on
get him
top
on the
of him,
road? People choice,
overhand
what's
right.
going on? If you're new to the channel, make sure you punch that
Yeah.
subscribe button. Listen, punch that like and subscribe button if you're listening right now so we can get more people join in on the conversation. Y'all seen the topic, y'all seen the thumbnail. Shakur Stevenson needs to shush emoji. All right, let's keep it going.
Yeah, he need to chill. He need to really be
Yeah,
quiet
Yep.
because at the end of the day, we already know you got skills, my man. You know what I'm just saying? Don't be going up there always trying to like chump guys at the weigh-in and stuff like that. That style is old for real.
Yeah. He's a bully, man.
The tickets are already bought by the time the weigh-in. You know,
I mean,
Tyson,
I think
Ty,
he do it
Ty,
to pump himself up for real.
Tyson Fury know how to sell a fight. That boy
hmm
know how to sell a fight.
Oh,
I'm gonna
speaking
look
of
at
I
it.
selling
don't
the
think
fight
I
real
don't think
quick,
it's dead.
what y'all think about that December 23rd heavyweight card? But
I
first of
love it.
all, what y'all think
I love
about
it.
Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder being on the same card and they not even fighting each other?
That's
I
gonna be
love
real
that. I love it.
interesting.
If it mean they gonna fight each other next, I'm for it.
It's right. Yeah, hey, the people who putting up the money, that's the one who calling the shots.
Yeah,
You know,
and
the
Where they
fighters
that's
who
what I
fighting
put the
at?
think
Where
they
they
money up,
doing
fighting
it
at?
for.
and
That's what I
Where they
think them
fighting at?
they're
Saudis
calling the
doing it for.
shots.
Where
They're
they
They fighting
fighting
in
calling the
at?
Saudi
shots.
Arabia.
Oh,
That's
that's
what the
gonna be like
Saudis
that.
do. That's what the Saudis doing it for. They gonna pay them. They gonna pay them to come down there and fight them.
Yeah, and
Hey, that's like
I
a
That's
think,
tournament.
yeah,
yeah.
it is.
I,
That's gonna be real interesting to watch because everybody, everybody's already thinking they're gonna compare what each fighter does. You know what I'm saying, and try to
yeah.
use that as to gauge what will happen when they fight one another.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna
So
be an
Hey,
excellent fight, man.
to be
Excellent fight.
honest, the American boxing really need to look out because them Saudis putting on some entertainment stuff down there. They putting a lot of money into promotion. They building these fights up on the entertainment side, the way they coming in the ring, the way they marketing it, and the money they paying these dudes.
Yeah, they giving
Yeah.
them what they deserve, man. You're right.
Yeah, they
Well,
You
better.
it's
know,
They
like
need.
the American boxing getting too gimmicky, man. It's getting too
I think it's
gimmicky.
the American boxing fan that's also has something to do with it too, though.
What the
Oh
Saudis are smart
yeah.
because they got all heavyweights, and they know with heavyweights you're gonna get knockouts. People love to see knockouts.
They
People,
paying these heavyweights because people gonna put ass in seats. But in America,
and
these same fighters ain't putting these ass in seats. We not supporting our fighters. That's why
but you
other
know,
countries supporting our fighters.
out there,
it's a money
Dubai,
thing,
Saudi,
man.
it's a celebrity thing too. What we call celebrities is one thing, but what they call celebrities is another thing. You know, that's saying a lot. The prince of this, the prince of that, or the princess. You know, you got all these different royal families or people who really have money. We don't even know what they look like, but they filling up those stadiums, and they ain't just from Saudi Arabia. Some of them from Yemen, some of them from Libya, some from Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
Are,
It's an attraction. It's
are
attraction
they
for
are
them.
they fighting in stadiums, or is it like 30 rich Saudis in here watching this?
They
No, they
fight these
fighting in
stadiums.
No,
stadiums.
they fighting the
They
state. It's
fighting in
everybody. It's
stadiums,
everybody. It's a
and
hip, really a hip thing. Are you going to be at the what you call fight?
they are actually making the fights what you want. What you say is a global
They
fight.
supporting the sport
It's
over
a
there.
global
We not
fight. It's
supporting the
just
sport
not
how we
no
supposed to.
American fight. It's a global fight.
It's a world
Yeah,
championship.
but they've already.
They not doing nothing but taking the page out of Mike Tyson, old promoter, Don King, uh Floyd Mayweather used to come in the ring, boy, with the OJs on chairs. He used to come. He used to have some hell of a ring entrance, and he knew how to promote his fights.
Yeah, the Prince
And he
now
D35,
also
too.
what's up?
Prince now
D35,
seen.
what's going on?
Yeah, so they you're right. They're doing a whole lot of good. They're doing boxers. They're doing boxing proud, really.
yeah, they are, and that's why I say America need to watch out. They better get that game up, and
Yeah, they you know
They need to have some things in place and have these dudes come in there and fighting.
right. So instead of running like dude last night.
Yeah, money grab.
Yeah, and that's what's happening too. Like they putting on these fights and these fighters getting paid, but
You
it's
ain't
messing up the
you,
integrity of the sport. It already barely got any integrity. It's just making it worse.
Yeah,
you know. So
like it wasn't no reason. I could see a reason last night for Shakur doing what he was doing. But it wasn't no reasoning for that Charlo and Canelo to go like that.
hell no.
I
It
could
was
give
no
some reason.
reason
What y'all
whatsoever.
mean? A 154 pounder versus a 168 pounder. What you want him to do?
Why
Well,
take
we
the
don't want
fight
them to go out
then?
there and kill themselves, but at
Why
least
take the fight?
It's a
my thing
Money,
money
is,
grab. Don't y'all want him to get
money.
paid? Get his
It's
money?
that simple. Get
Yeah,
paid.
but we want them to get paid, but we don't want them to come in there and snatch our lungs out like that.
Look, if you fell for the okie doke, that's on you. Like, we wasn't like if
well,
anybody
it's
in their
on me
right mind
then.
Well,
shouldn't have thought that the fight was
that
gonna
don't
be
sound
competitive.
that don't sound right if I
No,
fell
no,
for the
nobody,
okie
nobody should have. Nobody in
But
America,
everybody
nobody should have
already
thought
knew
that
he was
fight was
gonna
gonna be
lose.
competitive.
I kept hearing everybody saying my heart is with Charlo, but my head is with Canelo. Like he been a 15-month layoff, coming off an injury. Like
Did y'all really
he
think he
ain't
had a
got
chance?
acclimated to the weight. Like how was y'all expecting him to win?
Man, he tricked me. I put money on the nigga. I thought the nigga was gonna go in there and at least fight.
You fell for the okie.
Hey, I
Yeah,
fell for it.
I know I did.
Jermell Charlo is my favorite fighter out of all current boxers. But I knew he wasn't gonna win that damn fight.
No,
I
I
knew
just
he
thought
had no chance.
I figured he'd go in there and put up a fight though.
The 154-pound champ will never beat the undisputed 168-pound champ. It don't make sense.
Nah,
Not
So
but
so
that
look,
was
C
one
Dub,
jump.
look
Not
C
with one
down,
jump.
C
Not with
Dub.
one
what
jump.
would you feel?
D
What would you
Town
feel?
think Crawford can go up there and beat
Yeah,
Canelo.
that's just what I was about to say.
Crawford will
What
go
you
and
would
get
say?
his wig split against Canelo.
What? But what if he won? Then what?
He not go if there ain't no if. Crawford can't
What
beat
if
no damn
just
Canelo. He too small.
hypothetically speaking, if he
It ain't
did?
no if Charlo can't do it, then Crawford damn sure can't do it.
Well, why Canelo can do it then?
Canelo ain't jumped up no two,
Man,
three weight classes to beat the undisputed champ.
Canelo jumped up 2 weight classes and won.
Did he beat the undisputed champ though?
Not the
Did he beat
not it
the best
wasn't
fighter in the
it wasn't
division
it
though?
wasn't it
That was
wasn't
the
the
finish.
first fight
I
though.
I, I
He beat
understand, but
He
he
was the
Kovalev.
still
champion.
jumped up.
He
He
beat
still
Kovalev.
jumped up.
But if he fought better BF, what would happen to Canelo? He would get his wig split. Like, come on, we got to be
He
realistic.
fought Kovalev wasn't even a champion though.
I think Kovalev was the champion when he.
But why he just
You
why
take the belt from Kovalev.
why
But
Crawford need to
was
fight
the champion.
Benavidez and become Canelo mandatory?
No,
If-
now you want Bud
Nah,
to do Canelo dirty work.
what do you mean? You think Bud get to jump all the way 3 weight classes and fight the best nigga in the division without doing nothing?
I used to hate when Sugar Ray Leonard would do that.
If they
Because
go
he
for
beat
it,
a compromised Earl Spence? No.
if they go for it, they sign the contract.
So you
and
have
put the fight
confidence in
on.
the snack. You got confidence in the snack program. And you
Hold
got
on, let me address
Oh my
John
God, here we
Wallace
go.
cracker down
I
in
didn't even think
round
we was
3
gonna get
real
on
quick.
that.
It's the truth.
Ngannou did better than Wilder. I don't know why people keep saying that. I don't know why anybody thinks that Ngannou is in anywhere in the class with Deontay Wilder because he
They just
knocked
want to
down
disrespect Wilder. They just want to disrespect Wilder.
Of
I
course.
think
bullshit ass Tyson Fury.
Wilder will knock Ngannou standing there. He'll knock his ass out.
Like
Sure.
y'all need to stop it.
100%.
See, Fury for real, he ain't got no heart for real. His heart, just like another boxer I know, his heart is inside the gloves he wears. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't do that in Saudi Arabia because in Saudi Arabia,
I understood that.
in Saudi Arabia, you ain't
You're
gonna do
not
nothing
going
illegal like that.
Fury ain't trained to get up for that fight. Let's be real. You know Fury
That too,
Fury the best boxer in the world. Fury the best
Fury,
heavyweight in the world.
look,
Fury is
that
the
may
best
be true.
heavyweight
That
in the
may
world.
be
No,
true.
he didn't
That
train
may
for
be
that fight.
true. That may be true. But when he looked across that ring, he looked at somebody who could probably put him where he did put him, and he understood that. So even if he
Fury
would have
took that
trained,
fight seriously, like he took if Fury took that fight as seriously as he took Wilder, he would have sparked his ass.
By serious, you mean
no, but
cheat?
you got
believe
you
that.
still
By
you
serious,
still
do you mean cheat?
you still need the gloves like a certain way. Still need the gloves a certain way. Because he don't hit that hard. He don't hit that hard.
Like
He don't hit that hard.
Francis did his thing in that fight. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. But if you gonna look at that fight and be like, okay, Fury is susceptible to getting whooped by any other heavyweight, you
I
disappointed.
ain't say any. I didn't say any. All I said
ain't no
was,
other heavyweight beating Fury. Ain't no heavyweight beating Fury. None of them.
all right. You
They
saying
probably
none of
can.
them?
They can beat him now.
No, they can't. If they fought,
Man,
Fury
whatever,
gonna whoop
man.
their ass too.
Nah, Fury. I give
Deontay
Fury
Wilder
credit.
is the second best heavyweight in the world. Deontay Wilder is the second best heavyweight in the world. Ain't nobody else gonna beat Wilder. Ain't nobody else gonna beat Wilder except for Fury.
Look,
He's the only one
that may be true, but with regular gloves, standard equipment, boxing apparel, even Fury ain't beating Wilder. So that's that. Period.
That third fight, it wasn't no gloves. It wasn't none of that. He still got
Well,
his
wasn't
ass
it? You saw the videotape when dude went there to check the gloves and everything, and they
in the
had those
third
old
fight.
raggedy gloves. Yeah,
In the
third
third
fight.
no.
In the third
They
fight.
both had punches gloves on in the third fight.
The third fight, that when dude went to check the gloves, as far as to inspect the gloves, but day before the fight, he had the video. He showed the videotape of it and everything. And them gloves looked flimsy. They were already broken in. They was already raggedy. You could tell they wasn't really properly padded. You could see that.
So you mean to tell me Wilder gonna let himself get cheated 3 times to get his ass?
No, it's not that he let they make. Look, it's a video seat up with them in the back arguing with the commissioners about them gloves, and they were like, "We already signed on them. You either let them use them or you don't fight." He didn't have no choice, really.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't see the video. You didn't see the video. You didn't see the video.
If you fight somebody 3 times and you can't get one win, the nigga just better.
He won the first fight. He won the first fight for real. The referee gave
I believe he won the
a
first
long
one.
count. So he won the first one.
The second fight we see,
the second fight we see the gloves. The second fight we see the gloves concaved in. We see that in the second fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 fights right there where Fury really for real lost. So you talking about in 3 fights and the person ain't do something.
They fought 3 times and Wilder didn't get not one win. That's what actually happened.
He didn't get one. He didn't get one officially.
He didn't get one at all.
He didn't get one officially.
He didn't get one at all.
Look, we can go back and forth about this all day, but Ngannou ain't got no business being ranked number 10 in the WBC, and he ain't got no business in the ring with no more time heavyweight. Like, let him go fight Jared Anderson or somebody.
if he gonna be able to sell based off his performance on Fury, I think he should, you know what I'm saying, get his money in boxing. He gonna get
Yeah,
his
go
money.
ahead and
But
get
It's the
some
money.
money.
Yeah, it's the
He gonna
money
get
thing. It's the
knocked. He
money
gonna get
thing.
knocked out.
I think he should get his money. He gonna get whooped, but get your money. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, he gonna have 1 or 2 fights because after that the jig is up.
For shit, he gonna cash in on the 1 or 2 fights though. So I
I,
ain't
th-
mad
I,
at
Yeah.
him.
I really think we underestimating Ganou's durability because he come from a whole different type of
I
fighting,
mean, he do have a
getting
chin that
kicked,
can take some
getting kicked
punches.
in
He
the
fought
head.
Wilder. He's going down in the first 2 rounds.
I believe that. I
Yeah.
believe Wilder gonna knock him out because
He
he ain't no
going.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
damn
going down.
Wilder.
He
lightweight.
lights out in the first 2 rounds. He fight Wilder.
What
Yeah,
y'all know
Wilder.
about this Parker guy Wilder finna fight? I don't think I ever seen him
He
fight.
finna
That's
I
go
gonna
never
down
be
in the
a
heard
first
of
that's
him.
2
gonna be a
rounds
tough
too.
fight for Wilder. It's gonna
Man,
be a
that's
tough
crazy.
fight for him.
Is he
Yeah,
better
Joseph,
than
that boy a
Ortiz?
brawler.
He
He
better than Ortiz?
this probably the second, probably the arguably the second best fighter on Wilder's resume.
nah.
Behind who?
Ortiz is the best
Ortiz is
fighter.
good.
Behind Tyson Fury. I
So
would
he
put I
better
would
than
put
Ortiz.
I would put them about on the maybe Ortiz might be slightly more dangerous, but as far as punching power. But Joseph Parker is a quicker guy. He throws a lot of combinations, lets his hands go, pretty fast, got a pretty decent chin. He's a decent puncher. Like I say, it's a good assignment. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a walk in the park by no means.
And
It's
that's
gonna
why
be a
that's why you gotta love Wilder, man. He ain't looking for the easy fights.
it's gonna be a
It
good
ain't like
it's
he
gonna be
being
a
there every.
yeah. He's
Yo,
a
2
quality
Cent.
guy. He's a quality opponent.
Yo, 2 Cent. 2
What's
Cent.
up?
I
What's
gotta
up?
step away for a little bit. I'm gonna join back in a little while.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to seeing that in December though.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
looking
definitely
forward to it.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nice night.
I'm glad to see Wilder back in the ring, and I don't mind seeing Anthony Joshua in the ring, but I just need them to fight each other. Just go ahead and get that fight out the way. I need them to fight Andy Ruiz. Like, let's just get these fights out the way. I don't understand why it's so hard.
What's
We gotta
what's
go.
what's
The
the big
promoters want too
expectation?
many promoters want everything.
What's the
You know,
big expectation of Wilder and Joshua fighting? Like what? Because Joshua like a robot. What's the big expectation of that?
In D-Town, that's what I don't know because I feel like that's easy work for Deontay Wilder. I don't know if I'm tripping or if I'm missing something because Anthony Joshua is apprehensive. He's soft and he fight like a robot, just like you said.
Yeah. Like he got knocked out by a little chihuahua, a little overweight chihuahua.
Who Ruiz and Usyk did.
Yeah.
So I don't know
yeah,
what the
he
obsession
lost
is.
his mind when he got beat by what you call Usyk, man. He really lost his mind, man.
I don't
He
know.
lost.
Anthony Joshua's
That
falling apart.
that's why Usyk getting a big payday now.
I really
Yeah,
don't even want to see. Hold on, D35 Action Link. I really don't even want to see Usyk and Fury. Like both of them had bad performances on their
yeah,
last showing.
yeah. The way that they took that fight from little young dude, man, that's messed up, man. The way they took that fight from Du Bois, man. Over trying to say them joints was low blows.
Oh yeah, and let him stay down there for all that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. Just like you knew for sure, Ngannou was not about to win that fight unless he knocked Fury out stone cold. It was nothing he gonna be
Hmm.
able to do to win that fight.
Yeah, because there's already a fight set up for him. You know he wasn't gonna win that.
Cooking with Frank, what's going on? But I just want to
cooking
see
with Frank.
Deontay. I want to see Deontay Wilder and his new quote unquote skill that he's been working on with Malik Scott.
So what is he supposed to be working on?
Only thing, the main thing he need to work on, for real,
Shit,
moving his
conditioning
head,
and moving his head. Them two
moving his head,
things.
and always bring that left back. You know what I'm
Well,
saying? Or that.
it looks like he's adding more punches to his arsenal. He's using his athleticism more, and he's doing like a little bit more boxing. Like he's using his jab. He's setting up more punches from different angles, different shots versus just you having this big right hand.
Well, that's damn near the main thing out of all those things, even more so than moving his head. He need to put more productivity into that jab and setting up that right.
Yep,
Oh,
you're
let's
right.
welcome
He
D35 to the panel.
young
What's up,
dirty.
everybody?
What's up, young man?
What's going on, Joseph?
What's
Ain't
happening,
nothing.
3-5?
Deep town, 2 cents. Who phone is that? That's mine.
Got D35 a round of applause. No, what up, D35?
Oh, it ain't. Hey, I'm glad I caught you, man. Caught you 2 cents. I ain't never been able to catch you on live, going live.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it done more often. I know Ross don't go Friday night, so I'll go ahead and fill in that little spot.
Okay,
But
then.
what you think about the fight? Shakur
I
and De
thought
Los
it was.
Santos
I
and the
thought it was.
backlash.
I thought it was terrible. I thought it was justified for the black backlash just because Shakur do a lot of talking, and I like how he said he had a lot going on, but I'm not gonna give no excuses. That's just a contradiction in itself. I ain't like that, but I like Shakur as a fighter though.
As he proceeded to give excuses, quote unquote.
Could you imagine if a Bama fought Shakur, get their ass whooped, or they just lose and they be like, "Well, I had this and I had that." Come on, man.
Yeah, I just don't like that. It's like if you don't want to give no excuse, don't say nothing. Just be like, I just had a bad performance. I'm gonna work on it next. Don't say I had a lot going on, but I ain't gonna get no excuse. Like, bro,
No,
what's
he
the
said he didn't feel good. I
He
mean,
said
I
he was
get it.
sick.
Maybe he didn't feel good.
He said more than that. That nigga gave about 5 excuses. He gave about 5 of them. He gave helping Bud get ready, staying in the
What does
gym.
that have to do with anything?
I'm too much of a gym rat. I wasn't feeling good. But
he hurt his
backstage before
hand?
the fight, you sitting back there eating.
But and
Smiling
I
like a
was like,
mug.
should he be eating? You know what? Y'all know what I think. I think Shakur Stevenson didn't take this fight serious. I understand he have an image as a gym rat and all of that, but it's a possibility he didn't take this fight serious.
That's a possibility.
They
Nah,
said there was
I
something
think
wrong
he
with
been
him on
having
his hand.
nightmares about that boy. Staying up
Yeah.
late at night at the date gets a little bit closer. Like I got to go in there against this killer right here. Cause he came in from the time that bell rung, he was on his P's and Q's and he was determined not to get hit. As soon as he felt
So
that first punch on his glove, he said, "I ain't getting hit by this junk."
is
Kind of like the
Santos is a killer?
same way when Floyd fought Pacquiao. When Floyd's dad got cussed Floyd out in the corner, said, "Man, you fight like you scared, man." Floyd Senior told Floyd Jr., "You fighting like you scared. You ain't doing nothing I told you to do. What's the problem?" Floyd like, "Hey,
And
you ain't the one here taking these punches. This man can hit." I
Yeah.
think
And
that's
let's
what I
welcome
seen.
Big Dose to the panel. What up, Big Dose? Go ahead.
Hey, salute 2 cents.
What's up?
Salute, fam. Salute to y'all, man. Hey, hey,
what
what
up,
they
young man?
talk? Hey, salute, man. Hey, what y'all talking about? Where it's a boxer's job to cut the ring off. That's true, but that still don't excuse all that running Shakur did. And don't excuse that though. Like
I
I see people trying to put this on De Los Santos. Now, De Los Santos do he got to accept his part of the blame. And his part of the blame, in my opinion, is rounds 10, 11, 12. He played around. He took it lightly. He acted like he had the fight in the bag when clearly he didn't. He needed those rounds in order to win that fight. And I think that if he did fight those last 3 rounds hard, he would have won that fight. He would have beat Shakur.
Yeah, because you know what I think there's a lot of different things. Because sometimes they say if you, in order to beat the champ, you got to beat the champ. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
neither
that's
one of them
true.
So
was champions
But
though. It was
yeah,
a
it was a
of
vacant
course,
vacant.
title. It
I
was a
know. That's what
vacant
I'm
title.
saying. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So this, in some cases, that would have been a fight where Shakur would have lost. In some cases, in some instances.
yeah.
They
That
If
A
said his hand
side.
was messed up though, didn't they? I heard something that was his
Yeah.
Shakur hand was
Nah,
messed up.
He
He
didn't
say
even
his hand
throw
was
the right.
messed
He
up.
didn't even
We don't
throw it.
uh,
we don't know
he
if it
didn't
was messed up or if he was trying to block that hook Santos was throwing.
But
two
it's hard to
cents.
he,
fight. It's hard to win
He
against
never
a
said
fighter
his
that's
hand.
not trying to get hit. Like
He
it's
never
hard.
said his hand messed up.
But D35 ain't all fighters trying not to get hit.
Nah,
The
most fighters like the slick, they stay in the pocket. You know what I mean to be able to return something. Shakur used his feet to get out of range without even being in range to return something to do. Man, it was like I'd rather just not even get hit. I don't care about hitting you. I might be hit you with a 1-2 just to collect some. I mean, get some points off. But you know, man, he
So
wasn't trying to
he didn't
engage.
display the sweet science, hit and not get hit.
Not
Um,
in my
He, he
so
looked
he
like
got
a
a
he looked like a track star. He looked like a sprinter last night, a long jumper, and a triple jumper last night.
running around, running around ain't the sweet science, in my
yeah.
opinion. And then on top of that, he only hit that Santos with 20 more punches than De Los Santos hit him with.
Yeah,
Right. But I don't understand why he kept jumping out of range though.
because
That's
he
what
didn't try
that's
to
what Shakur,
engage.
That
he
right, son.
always
What's
do
wrong
that
with that
though.
hand?
Yeah, he always do that.
He
I don't
wasn't
think
catching and shooting.
Now, something wrong with his heart. Need a heart transplant, my brother.
Deuces,
I'm trying to tell you,
ain't no
it wasn't nothing to do with his hand. It's his heart. Boy's a bully,
that's
man.
right.
I'm telling you, he's a
Exactly.
bully.
Exactly. Shakur showed that he didn't have no dog in him last night, in my opinion.
They
No
said that
dog.
about him too. They said that
Soon as
when he fight every fighter that he fight with power, he does the same thing. Like he don't engage. He don't stand in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He
De Los
won't.
Santos De Los Santos gave all the boxers after him the blueprint to beat Shakur. If you got any power, any hand speed, all you got to do is not press Shakur. Shakur depends on you to press him. If you don't press him, you don't know what to do.
So then that's probably why De Los Santos ain't pressure him then.
Well,
That's
Because
he
if you don't
right.
have
pressed
no
him.
power, if you
He,
don't have no
he
power,
pressed him
go ahead to the
sometime,
mat
but
and everything will
Shakur
be
wrapped
all
him
right.
up.
Yeah, Shakur was
Right.
wrapping him up.
Right. And then when he did try to press him, Shakur was running. You know what I'm saying?
Crying
So,
to the referee, looking for help.
man,
Cause it's
and
cause,
I've
cause
been
sometimes he look like a killer, and then sometimes he look like a little boy with dimples in his face. So which one are you? A killer or you a little boy with dimples in your face? Which one is it?
and I've
But
been
if you ain't
telling
got
people,
your defense up against Shakur and and press him, he will make you look bad. So you at least got to have some defense as you
yeah.
attack.
And the fact that he only hits De Los Santos 60 times out of the whole fight shows that De Los Santos had some degree of defense too.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? Also, I just felt like Shakur. I just feel like Shakur, Kryptonite is a hard puncher with speed and slight IQ because De Los Santos IQ is nowhere near Tanks or Davis or Shakur's for that matter. He just got a slight.
But like, what's the one Pitbull? Like Pitbull will get demolished by Shakur just because he ain't
Uh,
really got good defense.
And,
I
and
heard
he
I
just
heard
don't come
Pitbull
Too
forward.
say he
too
don't want
little
to fight
too.
Shakur because he gonna be running all night.
Pitbull too little too
Yeah,
small.
he
Ain't got no
is. Yeah.
reach.
Hmm.
Shakur gonna cook him.
But we
Yeah.
already seen Pitbull get exposed by the Cabrera dude.
after that fight, I'm not too sure Shakur can beat Pitbull. I've been telling everybody, man, stop
Hey, somebody
crowning.
mute your phone. We got some feedback.
I've
Go
been
ahead,
telling
Big
her.
Dog.
I've been telling
I,
everybody to stop crowning Shakur king, and he hasn't showed it yet. And then people look at me like I'm hating by saying that, but ain't that how it always have worked in boxing? The boxer
Well, he
shows us out, then we crown him king. They crowning this kid before he even showed anything, for real, in my opinion, because the
well, I
people
don't
he
know nobody crowned him king.
well, not you,
well,
not
dude passes around that chain like he was giving
several
him something
do,
like it was inheritance.
several
Now
do.
they did crown. They crowned them guys the four kings. They said Shakur Stevenson, Devin
Hey,
Haney, Tank Davis, and Ryan Garcia. They crowned them all up the four kings. It's more like the
that,
four court jesters. 'Cause
I
a
think
lot
it
of them
was
just joking and
Devin. I think it
talking
was
about
Devin more so than Ryan.
that
Yeah,
ain't even
Ryan
count.
ain't nobody.
Because they acting like Shakur is the only person that could beat Tank. But what has he even done to make y'all think that?
That's right. And
Skill.
they putting Shakur on the same level as Floyd. Are you
Because
crazy?
he got the cat
Same
like
level
reflexes like Floyd.
as Bud. How many times they done
But
compared?
just like C Dub was saying earlier, Floyd was getting booed. Floyd was talking noise and then going in there and everybody was saying his fights was boring. I mean, of course,
Yeah,
look,
some of them was.
looking back, hindsight, you can appreciate the skill, but you're not gonna get
Yeah.
that right off the rip when that's your fighting style. To me, he's gonna have to mark it off the hate if he wants to be better business wise.
His next fight
Floyd,
need to be very convincing
Floyd
Mm-hmm.
will
and
Floyd
explosive.
would do a little
Mm-hmm.
running,
The
but
best thing for him is to
Floyd
take. The best thing
also
for him is to take a loss right now. If he took a loss, he could probably gain some fans. Go,
But
take a loss
Floyd,
and show heart.
nah,
but the
man.
difference between
Shakur
Floyd
could
and
be
Shakur, people don't understand that Money May was a boxer. Pretty Boy Floyd was a puncher boxer. Like he was
Yeah, he
Knockout
beating
was
artist.
dudes
knocking
up. He had
niggas
like a
out.
90.
Oh yeah. He was
Yeah, he had like a
banging Bama's out when he first came in.
yeah. And people don't understand like these fighters nowadays just want to be pretty without taking no punishment. Like Floyd, like get the check without really putting in the work. Like nah,
Yeah.
Floyd was knocking dudes out. He was beating the champion that was winning. Like Diego Corrales.
Sean Bay Mitchell,
Yep,
Chop
Sean
Chop
May
Corley,
Mitchell.
all these tough fights. Chop Chop Corley
Yeah.
hurt Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd didn't tuck his tail and run. I
I
done
used to
seen
love
Floyd
Chop
hurt
Chop.
several times. If you hurt Floyd, he coming to get you.
Yep.
You hurt
Shoot,
Floyd, he coming to get you.
And he only
the drunken master beat him up the worst.
Had him leaking, man. Had him
oh
Yeah, the
yeah,
leaking.
Drunken
drunken
Master.
Now he woke
master,
up to the burden.
he beat him up the most.
Costello.
and that
Costello
really
did good
shows
too.
the mettle of a true champion though. When you face adversity and you overcome it like that,
No
you
doubt.
know.
But I'm just saying he the one beat
Or
him up the most.
Shakur, and
Castillo,
y'all got
he won
got
that fight.
let me
Dog
just say
weather
this
the
one.
first time.
You gotta realize that Floyd didn't turn into Money
He won
May
that
until
fight.
the hands got messed up.
Yep.
When his
Yeah,
That's
hands
what
yeah, I
happened.
know.
then he changed his style.
But he also stood in the pocket though. Even with that, even though he wasn't aggressive, he stood in the pocket and made you pay for every mistake you did by trying to come in there on him. Like
Yes.
Hmm.
Shakur is just getting out the way. He ain't even trying to return nothing. That's what make you like, man, come on, man.
Tupac
Floyd was
Shakur
pretty
Stevenson
smart though.
should take an L and get some fans.
Floyd was pretty smart though. Floyd, he pretty much would be beating you so much throughout the fight that by the time it got to the 10th round, you you need a knockout. So a lot of cats would try to do some things they normally wouldn't do because they desperate.
Floyd ain't a
And that's what
knockout artist.
What'd you say?
He ain't a knockout. I said he ain't a knockout artist. He ain't knocked anybody out
not,
since 2010.
I mean not
Only
now.
that Victor guy. Yeah, but
Victor Ortiz.
his punches are soft. He doesn't knock out anybody. He only outclasses his opponents. That's what he does. But he ain't a
No, that
knockout
was
guy.
after. That was Pretty Boy Floyd. I'm talking about. I mean, Pretty Boy Floyd was a knockout artist. He had like a 90-some knockout ratio.
Okay.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
last like
Well,
20
that's
fights.
impressive.
But it's like you said though, like if you behind, by the time the championship rounds come, he's gonna outclass you, and he's gonna look real good doing it too, real good.
Oh yeah, the boy IQ
Yeah,
is
like
off
he
the
did
roof.
against Canelo.
What'd you
Shakur
say?
Oh, he
is
punched
definitely
Canelo.
Shakur is definitely no Money May or no.
So
Hey,
did
can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Hear you
Yeah.
now.
All right, give me a
so
second. I
did
need to fix
Shakur
my
lose?
headset, but y'all go ahead.
Did Shakur lose the
So
fight?
No.
He
nah,
did, man. He did. He ain't
this
losing. He ain't losing in the ring. He lost it out the ring.
Shakur got booed by 5,000 people that had free tickets.
Tupac Shakur should start a rap career.
They got to see
Tupac
the show
Shakur,
for free.
the Tupac of
That-
boxing.
I bet he wished he would have took that 25% now.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
If he could have beat Devin, he could have took his status and his belts.
That's why I give
But
Devin a lot of credit, man. He took that
yeah,
25% and went and bought a 2-fight deal, and if he won, he still was gonna get 25%. He still took it.
and he still had to go back over there too, fam.
Yeah, I put a lot of respect like when he did that. I ain't like Devin at first until he did that. Like I'm gonna take my chances and find
Yeah,
a 2-fight deal in your backyard. Even if I win, I still get 25%. You get the lion's share of it.
That was a
Like,
yeah,
character move right there.
yeah.
yeah. And then he fighting Regis. He fighting tough fighters, bro. He fighting
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
respect fights.
Facts.
He
Yeah,
went
that
from
You
get
know,
Loma a beast, man. Loma got some losses, but Lomachenko has no pushover, even though he
yeah.
old. And then he turned around
Reed,
and fought
Reed,
Devin.
Reed
I
is
mean,
little
Regis.
though, man. He little. Devin
Yeah.
gonna punch the shit out of him, man. I don't even think he
I
gonna have.
don't know,
And
man. The way boxing been
He
going
just
this
got
year,
popped though.
man. The way boxing been going this year, anything can happen.
you
That's
right
I
about
think
that,
boy,
man.
that
Regis
little
know he
dude,
gonna get hit.
he better catch him with one of them jump in looping hooks.
He just got to
yeah.
press him. He got to press him the right way. That's the only
Yeah, he
way he
got to
gonna be able
fight
to
on the inside. He got to get him on
Mm-hmm.
the inside.
make it
Yeah,
Hey,
ugly.
I
Regis gonna let his hands go. He gonna let his hands go.
Like
I bet
Madonna. He got to fight him like Madonna. If you don't fight him like Madonna fought Floyd, then he ain't got no chance.
hey,
Oh,
I bet y'all
McDonald.
this. Devin ain't gonna do no running.
Oh no,
That's
he ain't
that.
gonna run.
Bet
I
you that.
don't know.
He
Cause he
I
ain't gonna
bet you
do nothing
that.
like Shakur, that's for sure.
Nah, he ain't
Yeah,
gonna run
he
like no Shakur.
did
That's
no
different.
running in none of his other
So
fights.
y'all think Devin is a good style matchup for Shakur?
I
Nah.
I
think I
think
think
Devin
Devin will
beats.
beat the court.
Why?
Yeah,
Why? How? Devin ain't got
I
no.
bet you that.
Devin feet not. Devin feet slow.
Man, I've
Man,
been
he
watching.
played.
I've
Devin
been
gonna let his
watching
hands go.
Devin. I've been
Shakur is a
watching
flat-footed
Devin
fighter.
lately, and his punch output is high as hell. He
Shakur is
ain't
a
finna just
flat-footed fighter.
stand there and not throw his hands.
Yeah.
Shakur is a flat-footed fighter. 2 cents. How can you say his footwork is better than Devin's? Devin ain't no
Facts.
flat-footed fighter.
Nah. Shakur ain't no flat footed fighter. He
Yes, he
said in a flat
is.
foot stand, but he got quick feet. He might be flat, but you ain't finna
Yes,
touch
he
him.
Yeah,
does.
because
He does
sometimes
have
he
quick,
appear to be flat.
but he still fights
Yeah.
flat-footed. He does
But his
have quick feet.
quickness off his foot
Both can
is
be true at the
dangerous.
same time. Yeah,
Devin
I mean,
Haney
I get what you're
got a
saying.
lot of Floyd Mayweather Senior in him. I don't know if you ever seen senior fight, not junior but senior. But Devin can get up on his toes like the old guys and pop that jab and box in a circle. That's one
Yeah.
thing that Devin got going for him. He got that
Devin
old
got
school footwork,
got
that Sugar Ray Leonard stuff going on.
Yeah, I ain't really like Devin, but I can't take away nothing from when he coming there. He coming in there to fight. He ain't running.
yes,
And
sir.
he ain't got no power. This man, if he had power, he
Yeah,
got a
he
dude
coming
that'll
in
come
there
in
to
and fight
fight.
you that can't even really punch.
Hey, this is what I respect about a boxer, man. I respect boxers that say what they mean and do what they say. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect Spence so much. He said
I
he
respect
wanted
all of them.
undisputed, and and I don't respect all of them. He said he wanted undisputed, and he sacrificed. He sacrificed to make that happen. You feel me? And Devin said he wanted undisputed. He sacrificed to make that happen. Wilder, he said he want to fight somebody. He go after that. The
Right.
best. That's why I respect them
That's
type.
old school too.
Yes, sir. Just like
Yeah, but
Boots.
That's,
you
I
you ain't
respect
gonna
Bill.
always gonna do what you say you gonna do when you get in the ring, though.
mm-mm. That's why I
I
used to
mean,
like James Toney and Roy Jones. Them
Yeah,
Bama's ain't undefeated, but they go hard.
yeah.
That's right.
Sometimes you got guys. You know, we know that. You know what I'm saying. But as long as you give a good showing of yourself, then I
Yeah, that's all
respect.
it's about. That's what it's
Yeah,
about for real, for real. Your effort and the fact
yeah.
that you made it a point. You made it a point to pretty much live up to what you say. At least you tried.
Yeah, you could lose and still gain my respect, depending on how you fought the fight.
But even with no knockouts, if Shakur is just more offensive, he won't get all this flack.
I think we should
And
give
You're
him a
right. You're right. You're
pass.
right.
that's the thing. He is offensive, depending on who he's
That's
in there
right.
with. And
Exactly.
see,
Exactly
like,
right.
you seen Floyd when he fought Zab Judah. Zab Judah was a puncher, had skills, athleticism. What Floyd do to him? Beat him up.
He broke him
Floyd beat
down.
him up,
Zab
Floyd was a
ran
better
out of
body puncher.
steam though.
and Floyd beat him up, man.
Zab
Floyd was a way better
Zab,
body puncher than Zab.
Zab ran out of steam. He punched himself out in the first few rounds.
And he knocked him down for real. Nobody, hey, he really
Yeah, he
supposed to
Yeah,
got a
he
did.
did.
knockdown.
He did. He did.
I think he would won. I think Zab could have won that fight if he was the better body puncher, man.
He won
Because
the
No,
first
you know
fight.
how Zab could have won that fight if he would have just been patient.
he was
He
patient those
he
first four
no
rounds.
No, he went in there trying to knock that man's head off with every punch. He wanted it to be a knockout punch.
No, after the fourth round, that's what he was doing. In the first 4 rounds, it's like he would throw a hard punch trying to knock him out, but he wasn't like trying to rush it. Floyd was really trying to engage and get close, and he might throw like 5 punches real fast or whatever, but it wasn't like throughout the whole round. After the fourth round, it's like he was like really throwing wild punches. He wasn't going to the body. He really couldn't. He just wasn't a good body puncher, man, compared to Floyd.
From what I remember, it looked like Zab came out trying to smother that man with everything he had.
And after the fifth round, from the fifth round on, that's how he was. I watched
Hey,
that.
that's because Floyd got away from what.
After they jumped in the ring and everybody else, when they jumped in the ring and everybody else started fighting, that's when Floyd took over and tore the boy down.
But he put his earmuffs on. See, when the first 5, he tried to fight him in the Philly shell, and that wasn't working. Zab was catching him, and then he put his earmuffs on and walked him down and put the pressure on him.
Walked him down. Every time Zab would move his head down a little bit, Floyd would catch him with 2 short hooks, a left and a right, and then once he would stick his head up, something was going to the body.
He beat the shit out of him. I know that.
I watch that fight at least once a year, man.
Yeah, that was a good fight. He beat the shit out of him, though. He beat the shit out of him.
And that sugar Shakur, that they need to take that sugar off his front name. Ain't that sugar about that dude?
Oh, you gonna take that sugar away from him?
Yeah, that boy got
too much.
Sweet
He got
low.
too much sugar in his tank, huh?
All the real sugars were dogs. Sugar Shane Mosley was a dog. Sugar Ray Leonard was a dog, and of course, the original Sugar Ray Robinson, was the man.
Yeah.
Sugar Man. This guy right here. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this guy right here.
It sounds like Shakur turned into a hype job. He might be labeled as a hype job.
I think he need a pass
I've been
on this
saying
one.
that.
I think he need a pass.
Done for me lately.
They give him a
Well,
pass.
listen to
Give
me.
him a
They
pass.
said I
Ain't
was
getting that
accurate when I
man,
said
he
that.
need a pass.
Talk too much.
You know what I'm saying? And all I was saying is, let's let the kid show us first before we crown him that.
But that's the media, though. It ain't. It's the media crowning
It is.
him.
It's fans too, bro. It's
They was
fans
just judging him off. They was just judging him off his skills, man.
Yeah.
It's
Plus, the
fans
fans
too. I
don't
be all
support
in
him.
these chats.
They don't.
Plus
They
ten.
don't. They don't support him.
fell out with dudes, bro, that I've been cool with for years over this Devin situation, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all, it's just boxing. Why y'all taking it so personal, man? I mean, these dudes hate Devin so much. They told me they can't mess with me no more. I'm like, what? Because of who I
cut
hate?
you
What's
off?
wrong with you, bro?
They cut you off.
Hey,
Man,
I fell out with a few people over there. Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence. And I ain't gonna even lie to you. No,
Hey,
and you know what I'm saying. I don't even
cousin ain't
understand what the beef about.
My cousin ain't
'cause
called
they
me
be
since fight
emotional.
night. I ain't heard
They
from
be
that nigga since
emotional
fight
too,
night.
And no
That
disrespect,
nigga
it's supposed to be the
that nigga
women
won't
that's the
answer the
emotional ones.
phone. That nigga won't answer no text. That nigga ain't talked to me since fight night.
Yeah.
I'm not bullshit.
Hey, he gonna talk to you after the rematch. He gonna talk to you after the rematch.
I hope to run into him on Thanksgiving. He might try to avoid me.
Yeah, I think that fight last night, it was a bad performance. It also gave Shakur Stevenson a demotion, and he also got his pay grade got cut. He took a freaking loss last night. He can't be asking for no $2, $3, $4 million purse. Ain't nobody gonna give you that, man.
And that's what I was saying. That performance,
He messed his money up.
granted, it may have been a quote unquote masterful performance or a defensive clinic, but it did not do nothing for your stock and your entertainment value.
He need to put it down on his mandatory. Whoever his mandatory is, he got to put it down on him to get back.
Yeah, you got to take it out on him. Yeah,
I think that fight might make him have to re-sign back with Bob again.
He's a 6-figure fighter now. He's not a 7-figure guy. He's that took him from a 7-figure to a 6-figure fighter right there.
Well, he got the belt, so he gonna be the A side.
You need to fight Lomachenko.
Bob don't want to put him in there with Lomachenko. Bob about to make a fight for a vacant belt with Kambosos and Lomachenko. And I'm like, you should have had Lomachenko and Shakur fighting for a vacant belt. That would have been a decent pay-per-view fight.
Yes, Lomachenko might have messed around and beat Shakur too.
Too much to do that to him.
Shakur going
And then
wherever
on
the
top of
money the
that, I
most
ain't
at.
so
And you know
sure
Shakur might
why?
have lost that fight.
I ain't
It's
so sure
Jay
that he beat
Prince.
Sloma now.
Man, Jay Prince
Jay
boy.
Jay Prince taking that nigga. I don't care who it is. Give up the most money. He could be the crookedest nigga in the game. Jay Prince going to him.
I don't even
I'm
know
not
why
even
Jay
so.
Prince keep lining them fighters up like that.
Me
I'm
neither.
not
Jay
He
even
ain't
Prince,
so
fighting
man.
sure that
nothing
that
better than a
that
mob boss.
Loma can't beat Shakur no more.
Yeah,
He gonna have to show
Yeah,
me.
he gonna have to show me
yeah,
too.
Loma, yeah, yeah.
Hey, cooking with Frank say, it seemed like all the gap teeth niggas be lying. Shakur, Bud, Blue Blood.
uh,
Hey,
Blue Blood, my
Shakur,
homie too,
Shakur
man.
Stevenson, he set light skinned folks back last night. He took us back to the
Oh,
80s,
don't
man.
do us like that.
Yeah,
Don't
he said
do us like that.
they made us soft last night.
Don't put it on the
Yeah, I'm
light
light
skin. Don't
skinned
do
too,
that.
man. I dropped a tear behind that, man. Hey, man. Hey, for real, I bet 100 on De Los Santos to win, man. Because because of the odds, it was worth a shot to me. You know what I'm saying? If I'd have won, I'd have got 700. You
But
know
you
what I'm
know what?
saying?
Oh yeah, that's always worth it.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's always what. Yeah, yeah. That's what you call
That's a loss I
putting your
always
money.
accept. Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
for real.
now
That was a
now
smart.
boxing ego. Andre
That
Smith
was a
say boxing
smart
ego
bet.
said his shoulder. That's what Shakur said on IG. So now we got allegations of a shoulder injury.
No, I ain't going for good. Cause Pacquiao said the same thing. They weren't trying to hear it. I
it's an
ain't trying to
ego
hear it
injury.
now.
Right. They weren't trying to
Nothing.
hear what Loma said it either.
Yep.
But
And when
Exactly.
Gary
yeah,
Russell said it, and when Gary Russell said it too.
And them guys
right.
actually had them guys actually had surgeries. They was in
You
the
already
hospital.
That's
so the
actually making
surgery.
Shakur look even worse with all the
You
excuses, in my opinion.
you
Now,
know
first
how
he's sick,
boxing is. You
and
know
they
how
asked him,
boxing is.
"Well,
They'll
what's wrong
all
with you?"
forgive
What Shakur
over
say?
after a
I
win.
don't know. How you don't know? You said you ain't feeling good, but you don't know how you ain't feeling good. That's still making him looking real weak to me.
And he
I
said
don't like that.
he had already told Bud and Andre that he was messed up before the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
ain't nobody trying to
okay.
hear that because he's so arrogant.
Right. Facts. Your mouth too big. You ain't allowed to be talking about you was hurt.
Yeah.
And
Cooking
he
with
making
Frank say
excuses.
fans ain't buying that pillow fist style anymore. Devin ain't much better. Is this the age of the pillow fist?
He better than him.
Hey,
Is
they
this
on
the age of the pillow
Man,
fist?
The
that's what I
pillow
wanted
face
to
era.
Chicago
say.
got Devin over Tank.
They need to stop trying to follow Mayweather ring style and follow Mayweather business style and bring their own ring style to the ring.
Mhm.
These guys ain't got no. These guys have never had an original thought a day in their life, man. So it's gonna be tough, man.
Cause I don't like that everybody want to be undefeated, undefeated. Stop cherry picking and go fight. All the greats done took a loss. Why?
All of them.
Where? And they in the Hall of Fame. So why do you see that as a blemish on your resume? You ain't catching
Right,
Floyd Mayweather. If you do catch him, you ain't gonna have no respect on your name because you gonna catch him with a bunch of bums.
Right.
right.
You're gonna have to take those chances. Just James Tony can lose. Anybody can lose, man.
The Floyd
Roy
Mayweather money
Jones.
days is over with. Too much stealing. It's over with. You ain't never getting no 2 million pay-per-views unless they come out with something that's gonna block all fire
But
sticks.
Shakur is part of the problem then because we not gonna be able to see decent fights with you with decent fighters because when it's time for you to fight a decent fighter, you're gonna be demanding such a big payday. And what are we going off of? Even like let's say example the Frank Martin fight. Everybody was like,
Hmm
"What Frank Martin bring to the table? Well, who Frank Martin fought? Who?" And they was saying all of that, and I'm like, "Who is Shakur, y'all?"
Yeah, he got a
Right,
weak resume. Shakur got a
right.
weak resume up to this point.
He should have fought Frank Martin.
Yep.
Facts.
Yup.
He
I
should
think
have
it was.
fought
I
him.
think. I think it was the offer. They did the negotiations. I don't think. I think he wanted to fight him, but Frank Martin felt as
He
though
he
you trying to
did.
carry me with what you're trying to offer.
We got to
Frank
get
asked
some of
for
this
an extra
blame to these.
500,000,
We
and they
we
weren't
got to
willing
get
to pay
some of
it.
this blame. Get some of this blame to these promoters and they little secret inside beefs they got by keeping these
That's a
belts in their
fact.
camps too.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact right there. That got a lot to do with it. But Frank wanted an extra 500,000. They weren't willing to pay it, man. And that's why when people say, "Oh, well, Frank ducked, but Shakur didn't," man, I'm not hearing that bull crap, bro. If one duck, if you want to say one duck, you gotta say Shakur duck too. Because the bottom line is the fights didn't happen because each fighter wanted more money. I don't care what they did to try to get more money. That don't matter to me. You said no, and the fight didn't happen.
But they
Hey,
Period.
but
deserve the money
they
though.
they won't listen to their
Not saying they
God. They
don't.
they
Not
won't
saying they
listen to
don't.
Floyd. They will not listen to
And I'm not
Floyd.
even.
Floyd done
I'm
told them many a times. Look, I took the lower end of the money to take the fight. I took the lower end
facts.
with De La Hoya. I took the
Facts.
lower end with all these dudes to fight these big fights until I got when I got it. That's when I put it down. That's when I demanded my money.
But it's hard
Right.
though, man, because everybody's still in the fight. So like these fighters is worth the money that they asking for, but the money just not there on the return. Like
Yeah, it's not. Yeah,
Then they not
Well,
worth
that's
it.
because times
You
I,
different.
can't say you worth the money you asking for, but this is like if I'm selling something, I can't say, oh, this product worth me paying for, but when I sell it, I'm not gonna make a profit. No.
but it's different
yeah,
because
but
everybody's still in the fight. So
That's
it's
a
like
fact, for sure.
yeah,
I'm
we
worth $1 million for this fight,
Well,
but your promoter like I know you worth $1 million, but I'm only gonna get $700,000 back. So I still got to pay you and hope for the
yeah.
next time. It's hard. Like
You
but
we
No,
all
they
we
they
we
trying to run that
all
Terrence
promoters on the
Crawford
network,
blueprint.
we
you
all
got to
know, and we all in agreement that Terrence Crawford and Spence fight would have sold more than what the hell they report.
hell yeah.
but
That
look,
that was
everybody,
at least a 1.5 million pay per view.
No, y'all tripping.
but they know
How?
they know
What?
how much
Everybody
How?
they
watched that fight. Everybody
Come
in the
on,
world
nah.
watched that
they
Come on,
know.
fight.
two. You know that was at least a 1.5 pay per view fight.
Yeah, because
But
they know they
where?
know the talent.
Where? There was
It's
no.
not
Which
for the
one?
sticks.
They,
For what fight?
they sold 700,000. So that means they probably
Yeah,
stole 3 million.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Hell
You talking
yeah.
about Spence and Bud?
Yeah,
hmm
everybody them fire
Yeah,
sticks
for
put
sure.
they
They
man
should have did that.
they already know these fire sticks is putting that pay per view joint out of business. They know this
Out of
before they
business.
go in. That's why they not guaranteeing these guys
Yeah,
these purchases
yeah.
anymore because they know. Look, man, it's too many fire sticks out there. I can't guarantee you $50 million. I can only
hmm
guarantee you this amount because we know that we gonna lose 3 million views because people gonna steal it.
Yep.
And
Three
Yeah.
I'm
million is
gonna
a
tell you another thing too. These YouTube channels they make it where guys don't you don't have to buy the fight because people do fight parties. I see some people doing fight party with 5,000 people in their chat. The people didn't buy the fight. They
Yeah, but
listening
they
to
can't show
somebody
the fight. They
commentate on
can't.
it.
They can't show the fight. They can listen to a nigga
That,
talk
that-
about it, but
that's
they
all.
can't
That's all you
show it.
need. That's all you need a lot of time because a lot of these pay per view fights are not pay per view fights. You already know the outcome. Why would I pay for? Why would I pay $100 for a fight that I already know the outcome? There's nothing intriguing about it. I'm not paying $90 for a fight that's 10% chance that this guy's gonna win. A freaking clear mismatch. Why would you pay for that? I would just wait for somebody to post it on YouTube an hour after the fight goes off and keep my money
Uh,
because
You got a
I
point.
know what's going to happen.
You got a point.
Yeah, that fire stick took the game.
Killed them. That's why I say that
actually
they need to let that
actually
Money Mayweather thing go. That's
with the
over with.
boxers that that's a
Yeah.
fact. But what the boxers need to realize they got to start taking less money, man, because times have changed. With the fire stick, fights is gonna be stolen, even if it's an excellent fight. I think the 3 million people stealing it is a generous statement. I think it was more like 10 because that fight
We
was so
watched that fight,
big,
man.
man. That
Everybody in
fight
the
was so
world
big.
watched that fight, man. Everybody.
So did.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
So
so
did.
big, bro.
My
It,
phone was
it was
ringing
the
so much.
number
Niggas
one
was talking
fight.
about I can't get through. Nigga, I called you. I couldn't get through.
Yeah, it was the number one fight, man. You had AI talking about, man. Like this was a year before the fight happened. Oh man, I'm gonna wear these shoes to the fight. I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna wear these to the fight. Dude said, "What fight?" He said, "The fight, Spencer and Crawford. That is the fight,"
Yeah.
and it was. How it
And
only
that
do
E-
750,000? That's crazy, bro.
every bar in Detroit had that mug on, and 85% of them had sticks at the
Man,
bar. I'm talking
facts,
about at the bar.
but that's cold right there,
facts,
man.
man. Yeah,
Man,
it's sad, bro. It's sad. You
And they
know,
was
so
charging niggas at
they
the
got to
door.
start taking less
I knew
money,
one
man, or
nigga.
we ain't gonna get the big fights.
One nigga had at his crib. He be having the nigga had the blow up screen out there. 100 niggas in there, over 100 people in there. He done charged them all $25 at the gate to get
and
in
got
the
down there,
yard.
bro.
In the
Oh, he
yard,
made
and
some bread off of that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and the nigga got nerve to have memberships for football games, everything.
Yeah.
He
Well, he like a little
killing them.
sports bar.
Yeah, and he got the snow at the crib.
yeah, that's
He bought
smart,
two
but that could
he bought
also
two
be
vacant
dangerous.
lots. He bought two vacant lots next to his crib, fenced them mugs out, and set it all up for sporting events.
Man, that's a good idea, man.
Then he
It
charged
is,
nigga. He
but
got
that could
some
also be
niggas.
dangerous, though,
You can
man.
pay a $50 membership. No, nobody can just get in there. He got a membership going. You got to be with a member to get in that mug.
But even if you are a member,
Oh, it's
man, when people
exclusive.
drink, when people
Yeah.
drink and stuff, man, things can get out of hand, man. Somebody can get
No,
killed, and
not at
liable.
this guy spot.
I gotta keep them knuckleheads out. You gotta vet them out, man. You a
Not at
clown, you
this
can't
guy.
come in.
Not at this guy's spot. Anybody doing that is gonna be him and his people,
Oh, okay, all right.
and they know
I
that
feel
coming
you
through
on
the
that.
gate
I feel you on that. Well, he got it locked down right then.
for
Okay.
sure. For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
niggas gotta just be like, shit, I gotta take less money, but shit, I gotta pay half of it to Uncle Sam. So like, I ain't about to fight. I'll fight some tomato cans, make a little bit of money.
I mean, you just got to be reasonable. Like, let's be reasonable. Like, Shakur asking Devin Haney for 50%. That was unreasonable.
Unreasonable.
Oh yeah, you
I
tripping.
think he should have took what was offered because he stood to gain so much. He stood to take Devin Haney's
Yeah.
spot if he could win and be undisputed in one fight.
Yeah. Make the money
Yeah.
on the back end.
Yeah,
Take
He could
less
have.
on the front end
Yeah.
and make it on the
he
back
should have
end.
just took it.
But
And
you
he could
know,
have
You
looked
them
better in the
top
fight.
rank don't have no back. I think somebody was saying they have to do a ridiculous amount of pay-per-view buys before they even get cut into the split for those pay-per-views.
no,
So
They
that's
do.
what I'm saying on the back end is your next fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Not
what
on the
I'm.
pay-per-view.
Yeah,
On your next you
uh.
line up your
yeah.
next
If he
fights. Who's
Well,
gonna
wins,
be the A
I'm gonna
side?
tell you what Shakur messed up too last night. He messed up that Saudi money because
Oh,
Devin and his dad is in with the Saudis. You know, they Muslim. They go over there. They chop it up with them. They got a good relationship.
I ain't seen
So
the Saudis yet mess with the 147. I
they
ain't seen them
but
mess with the
they
140.
they rock with Dev. See, Dev is a free agent, man. Dev is gonna do better than all them guys at the end of the day, man. He
you
move
remember
how he want.
Crawford threw that out there to have the Spence fight in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I mean, Dev is a free
hmm
agent, man. So
That's why
Dev's
Kenny had, got his
gonna fight
little
in Saudi
thing
Arabia.
going on.
That probably was that hedge fund he was talking about when he was trying to get Spence to take that 50 million.
But we gonna see. But we gonna see. But y'all, we've been up here for about 2 hours and 10 minutes. I want to thank everybody for coming up here tonight. I
All
Indeed.
right, salute.
appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
listen, I'll be free all next week because it's the holiday, so I'm on vacation. So I'm gonna be going live a lot more often. Last week, I'm on my way to trying to be monetized, so I'm trying to get them 3,000 watch hours. But I appreciate everybody for coming on here tonight. I'm Jay, and stay tuned for our 2 cents in the next video. Peace.
All
Later.
right, too.
All right, see y'all.
All right, 2 cents. Peace.